Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Check, check.
Check,
Number
check,
one,
check,
check, check.
Okay, let's switch it.
Number one, check. Check, 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 check.
Check, 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 check. I'm on 3. Check, 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 check. I'm crackly. Check, check. Can you get... Check, check, check.
Check, 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 check.
All right, let's see. I need to... Check, check, check. There we go.
Check, check, check. It's better, isn't it?
Yeah. Check, check. Check.
Do we run over mics out there at all? Or just...
No.
Oh, you got this one here. That's good.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's good there. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first time Alex Adams Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We've been thinking, a championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hi, Taro fans. I'm Landon Cochran. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Toros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to IRETapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up!
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Hi, Scott Cattell here. Fall is just around the corner, which means the winter months aren't far away. Get your vehicle ready for your fall and winter driving with a stop at Jerry's Repair and Alignment. Jerry Fry is an ASE certified master mechanic with 30-plus years of experience. Jerry uses state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your alignment is done the right way to give you the best ride on the highway. And the right alignment also saves you wear and tear on your tires. Jerry goes the extra mile and will balance and rotate your tires to get you down the road worry-free. And if you need tires, Jerry can also take care of that. And that's not all. Jerry's can handle all jobs, big and small, and works on all makes and models. So make that appointment today. Stop in at Jerry's Repair and Alignment, 1306 1st Street Southwest, or call him at 852-0332. And tell him Scott sent you.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. Hey, my car! And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We've been thinking. A championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hi, Taro fans. I'm Lana Cochran. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to iretapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up!
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, and the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So, patients who suffer from foot and ankle-related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Hi, Scott Cattell here. Fall is just around the corner, which means the winter months aren't far away. Get your vehicle ready for your fall and winter driving with a stop at Jerry's Repair and Alignment. Jerry Fry is an ASC certified master mechanic with 30-plus years of experience. Jerry uses state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your alignment is done the right way to give you the best ride on the highway. And the right alignment also saves you wear and tear on your tires. Jerry goes the extra mile and will balance and rotate your tires to get you down the road worry-free. And if you need tires, Jerry can also take care of that. And that's not all. Jerry's can handle all jobs, big and small, and works on all makes and models. So make that appointment today. Stop in at Jerry's Repair and Alignment, 1306 First Street Southwest, or call him at 852-0332 and tell him Scott sent you.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. Hey, my car! And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
We've been thinking. A championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
It's time for Minotauros hockey on the Toros Network, AM 1390 KRRZ and HockeyTV.com. Toros hockey is brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Now let's go live to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show with Ken Oda and Brad Burrud.
Welcome inside the Swan Super Rink and the Blaine Arena. That's sheet number 2.
of the 8 sheets of ice here at the Swan Super Rink. As the big voice said, I am Ken Oda, and alongside me today, Brad Burrud. Brad, start of season number 7 of Toros hockey. How excited are you?
Oh yeah, this is quite an event, Ken, and it's a big way to get the season started, and I'm excited.
Should be an interesting matchup tonight. The Toros have a very tough draw this entire week. The defending Showcase champions ran the table last year 4-0. This year, I think that's going to be a pretty hard task to repeat starting today with the Shreveport Mudbugs.
I think it's a tall task any year to go 4-0 to start the year, especially at an event like this. But Toros were fortunate enough to do it last year, and it's a tough draw. All 4 games for the Toros this year are a really, really strong test.
You know, not only is Shreveport a good hockey team, made the playoffs last year in their first year, but they've already had 2 regular season games. The Toros have been playing scrimmages against the Fargo Force of the USHL and a couple preseason games against Bismarck. These guys played the defending champion Lone Star Brahmas for 2 real games last weekend that they split.
Yeah, they had a real good series with Lone Star at home and dropped the first game 3-0 to Lone Star and then came back and won 1-0 in a shootout in a very, very exciting 0-0 tie in the second game on Saturday night.
You know, that's the funny thing about it. They've played 2 games. They have yet to put a puck in the net during regulation play. The only goals they have are during that shootout.
I think that's something we can't let fool us because this team is a quality team, and we're going up against Lone Star, which is another tall task. So I expect a really low-scoring battle tonight.
You know, it's been a lot of low-scoring games for those who haven't been following along with the showcase. Brad and I have been here all day just watching hockey. And if you're a hockey fan, this week is just absolute heaven if you can be here. And I haven't seen many teams put up a lot. I think Northeast put up 5 on Cooley in the game right on the sheet before us, but other than that, haven't really seen a lot of offense from anyone.
Yeah, I think that is the most today, and one of those was an empty netter at the end too. So a lot of tight hockey today, a lot of defensive hockey, and good goaltending.
Now, we've talked a bit about the Shreveport Mudbugs and everything else going on here around the league, but this is the Toros broadcast. Let's talk Toros. Only 7 guys back from last year's team. I think it's going to be interesting to see how quickly this team can come together.
Yeah, I think you can look at that 2 ways. It could be, you always want to have a veteran core and stuff, but it's good to bring in some good young, fresh talent too, and something the Toros can build upon. And I look for good things.
Tonight's matchup, I think you have to, at least early in this showcase, lean on the veterans. Guys like Nolan Sawchuk on the back end, Michael Talbot, Austin Dollimer, Austin Koss up front, Alex Adams, of course, who put up 29 goals last year. Those are the names Toros fans will recognize. Who should we be looking for this year to maybe get off to a good start here at the showcase that is, if not a junior hockey rookie, at least a new face for the Toros?
Well, I think the center on the first line tonight is going to be Landon Cochran. I think he's a guy that is a dynamic forward that is probably going to put up some good points for the Toros this year. And on the back end, I like our back end so far. We got, we're a little bigger this year on the back end. Lincoln Earn is going to be a good player for us, and I'm interested to see how Colby Enns does in his second year. Last year he had a shortened season with us because he played high school hockey, but I look for big things from Colby too.
This organization has been about goaltenders since the start. We put, I believe, 5 goaltenders into NCAA Division I hockey. Lucas Murray gone. He was the starter pretty much for the last 2 years. Austin Park starting the year at least with the USHL Cedar Rapid Rough Riders. Who's wearing the mask and wearing the big pads between the pipes this year for the Toros at least to start?
Well, tonight Samu Lonka is going to get the start, and it's kind of up in the air what's going to happen to the goaltending this year. I think we have 3 guys in camp this year that are all good goaltenders, and it'll be a dogfight to see who comes out of the showcase as the tab starter.
For fans who don't know, Lonkala played in the SM Liga in Finland, which is the same league that former Toro Ate Tolvanen played in, and he put up comparable numbers to Ate. So I'm very excited to get our first live look at him. We saw him in the preseason game down in Bismarck, and that was a rough one for him, but he didn't get much help in front of him either.
He didn't get much help, and I feel bad from that night. It was only his 3rd day in North America, and it was, he's in a new rink in a small rink in Bismarck, and in a preseason game, and that was a tough task. He came back though. I was proud of him. He came back in the 3rd period and had a good 3rd period. So he gets a nod tonight, and I think he'll do well.
One of the things you have to look at with him, as you mentioned, just that game was his 3rd day in North America, is in Europe they play on the bigger rink, 200 by 100 NHL size rinks here in the U.S. are only 85 feet wide. That changes the angles for the goalie a little bit. How much do you think that will come into play at least early in the season for the young man?
Well, it definitely, I'm not a goaltender, Ken, so I can't say from experience or anything like that, but I do think there's a lot more play out of the corners and from behind the net in the international game, and there's less of that over in North America, and I think that is going to be a change for him and a difference. I think he'll adjust quickly. I don't see that as being a problem, I guess.
All right, well, we'll take a short break here, be back with a little bit more of the pregame show. We are only going 10 minutes for pregame today, so it's going to be a quick break here. We'll be back with the rest of the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up.
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. There's trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmers agent at 701-838-8144.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, and the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Welcome back inside the Farmers Union pregame show. We're on sheet number 2, the Blaine Arena at the Schwann Super Rink. Once again, I'm Ken Oda. Brad Burrud is alongside. We're about 2 minutes from the drop of the puck on the 2017-2018 season. And we've got some big news for you, Toros fans. A lot more ways for you to follow Toros hockey this year. You can now listen live right on www.minotauroshockey.com. Of course, many of you tuned in on Hockey TV. And as well, we will be all 60, well, not quite all 60, I believe 55 of the 60 will be on 1390 KRRZ AM back in the Magic City. So more ways to bring that to you. And also, Buffalo Wings and Rings will be showing most of the Toros away games starting after the showcase. So you'll be able to go grab some good wings and watch some Toros hockey as well. No more road watch parties, just every road game on the TVs there. And Brad, I know those road watch parties have been fun, but I think it's going to be fun to just go there, grab some food, and watch the games. Yeah, it's a good event, and they really support the Toros, and it's good to have a place for the fans to go and watch those games. 2 weeks from the home opener after the showcase here, the Toros get a rare weekend off, which means you've got plenty of time as well to get season tickets, Toros fans. If you haven't yet heard, season tickets rewards this year, starting a new program, Free Lunch Fridays. A season ticket holder every Friday wins a $25 gift card to a Toros sponsor restaurant. Also a monthly $250 winner for the season ticket holders. And some trips. The home opener, we're giving away a trip to Vegas to check out the new NHL team there, the Golden Knights. And then at the end of the year, we'll be giving away a trip for 4 to Disney World. We'll also be giving away a pool table or hot tub from Hot Springs Spas and a grand prize of $10,000 cash. Again, you have to be a Toros season ticket holder to win. That'll do it for the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. We're just going to keep it right here. No more commercial breaks as the teams are already taking the ice. Not a lot of pomp and circumstance before these showcase games. They just get right to the hockey. So we'll keep it here for you. The Shreveport Mudbugs, which is one of my favorite nicknames in the entire hockey world, Brad. They come out wearing uniforms reminiscent of the San Jose Sharks. all black head to toe with white and teal trim. And that big red crab, I guess that would be, as the crest, white names and numbers for them. The Toros wearing the home cream sweaters, cream socks, cardinal red buckets, breezers, and gloves. Now a cream stripe down the side of the breezers thanks to K1 Sportswear for that. Toros are the designated home team today. That means they'll get last change and get to set up second on the face-offs. And once again, the PA guy here in Blaine doesn't get our name right. Close, though. Starting in net, as we mentioned, for the Toros is Samu Lankala. Starting in the other net for the Mudbugs is Gustavus Davis Gringals. Gringals played 2 games, so both games for the Mudbugs, a 1.45 goals against average and 927 save percentage. Of course, this being the Toros opener, no stats for the young Mr. Lankala. Brad, new season. How important is it to get off to a good start here?
Well, I think we set the tone last year with a 4-0 start, and that carried over into the regular season. And I think in other years when we started off and struggled at the showcase, it made it difficult to get back and get back on the winning track once the season, the regular normal season got going.
The Toros, of course, the defending showcase champions, but quite a different team. We've mentioned already only 7 returning players. Also, different look behind the bench. Shane Wagner takes over for Nigel Dubé. You spoke with Shane a bit just the other day about his path through the hockey world. What do you think Shane will bring here to the table for the Toros?
I think Shane's going to be great for our defensive core. He's a really good instructor at getting with the defensive systems going for the players, and he's got a lot of experience both playing and coaching, so he'll definitely be an asset.
We'll pause here. We're going to do a national anthem. That's something they typically haven't done in Blaine in the past. With the pregame festivities just about out of the way, we're finally ready to drop the puck on the 17-18 season for the Toros. Toros will be working from right to left on your computer monitor, radio dial, or however else you're choosing to tune in. We're too accessible. Speaking of which, we are interactive here on the Minotauros Network. You can tweet at the team at Minotauro Hockey, no S in there, singular, MINOTAUROHOCKEY. You can tweet at me personally at Ken_Oda, and you can email me, Coda at MinotaurosHockey.com. Puck is dropped at center by referee Jacobs. The Toros control off the draw. Sawchuk from his own blue line, then chips to the far blue line for Alex Adams, but it's poked away from him by Procopio. Procopio tries to go the other way. It's taken away by Lovin. Adams touches for Cochran. He's unable to punch it deep. They battle at the blue line. Lovin can't get it and go. This one will be dumped in. I wanted to say Enns, but that's Earn. Enns has switched from number 3 to number 5. Lincoln Earn now wearing number 3 for the Toros.
It'll take a little while to get used to, but probably not too long.
Well, it certainly doesn't help that they have short last names that start with the letter E, so even you get a quick glance at the back of the jersey, and you think it is Colby Enns. Toros control off the draw again at center. Dumped in deep to the near side corner. Miroslav Muha unable to get there in time, and they'll whistle that down for an icing. The draw will come all the way back down to our right. We've played 29 seconds and had 2 stoppages. Draw comes to the right of Lonkila. 50-50 draw. Still no one able to control it. Finally, the Mudbugs do. Spinning in the far corner is Cook. Plays it deep. Now giving chase to the near side. Burnett. He falls down and the puck is ahead. Muha can't clear it. It bounces back to Colby Enns. Enns tries the far side. It's wrapped over to the far side. Dahlemer can't control it. Bounces out to neutral ice where Geisbers has it. Geisbers dumps it into the Toro zone wide of the net, and that will go for icing. And Connor McGinnis wins the race. Connor McGinnis not counted among the 7 returning Toros. He did get into, I believe, 4 games last year as an AP player for the Toros. 19:03 left to go here in period.
3 stoppages is tough to get your flow going.
Certainly has been, although it does allow the coaches to get everyone over the boards and onto the ice quickly as that's chipped out to neutral ice. Toros Mark can't settle it down. It's played over to the far side. Talbot steps into a man. Freed up, and it comes back to Talbot. He can't stop it again. Mark hacks it into the zone. It's chopped down in the slot and controlled there by Lane. Lane plays ahead to the near side. Yannick can't control. Aaron Grounds takes over, plays back to the D. Mark ahead for Talbot at the red line. Carries over the blue. Looks to make a move around Lane. Forced to hit the brakes at the hash marks. Talbot holds, spins it down low. He's got Reisman. Reisman had a couple of goals in the preseason for the Toros against the Bobcats, 1 in each game. They dig in that near side. Reisman can't control. Talbot lurking on the outside of the scrum. Grounds takes it away, looks to drive to the front. Can't center. Now he does. Tip doesn't go for Reisman. And the Mudbugs look to come back the other way. Yannick chips it deep into the near side corner of the Toro zone. Spencer Kimball back on it. Kimball wraps around to the near side. Reisman has it in his skates. He's pressured there by Cox. Thrown in behind. Kimball can't work away from a pair of Mudbugs, but they can't control it either. Finally, it kicks to the near side, and Reisman, who will just flip that out to neutral ice. Clement and Procopio back on it. Procopio spins away from Sheehan, who hacks it free, but can't control. There in support was Clement. Clement loses it behind. It comes in front. One-timer doesn't go for Belisle. And the puck is held by Gringles with 17:43 left to go in the first. A little bit of jump here from the Toros, Brad.
Good play by Sheehan. Got the puck. A Mudbug player skated by him, and he was able to backhand it out front to an empty Belisle, open Belisle, and he just missed on that one.
Got some fans checking in already on Twitter. The crew at Fort Hyatt, the Owen family, and the Coonrods all checking in on this early start. Toros control off the draw. Sawchuk chops it down the wall. Belisle can't stop. Sheehan has it in behind. Sheehan wins a battle looking to get it to the front. Instead, he plays back to the point, and Kimball just chips it back down in behind. Koss can't stop it, and they'll race over to the far side. Geisber's able to play away. Koss plays the body. The puck is out to the neutral zone just barely. Koss punches it back to the D. Swung around to the near side. Kimball from the red line dumps it in. Toros are mid-change. There's no one there to chase after it. That allows Gringles out of his net. He'll stop, and it's held in behind Geisber's. Geisber's looking to set up a controlled breakout. He'll start right up the middle of the ice. Watched by Cochran, comes over to the near side. Dumped in along the near side. Wall it'll roll into Connor McGinnis' corner. He spins it to the far side. Alex Adams couldn't reach it. Quick shot on net. Save made Lonkila. He passes his first test as a Toro, and they'll dig along the far side wall. Bouncing puck in the far circle. Unable to control was McGinnis, and it's dumped back down deep into the Toro zone. Loven on the near side gets help from Kimball. But the Mudbugs take it away, taken right back by Cochran. Bouncing puck to the front of the net. McGinnis is on it, carries in behind. Tries around the near side, and Spencer Kimball ahead for Loven. Make that Loven, I should say. Plays for Cochran, who gets stood up right at the blue line, delayed offside. Toros touch up, and now they can pursue. Back on it, however, is Spencer. Spencer holding behind his own cage, tries the near side, and the Mudbugs start up ice. Played ahead into the zone. Luck unable to cut to the front. He's played into the corner nicely. Cook up top, long shot. That one's off of Lonkila's leg pad through traffic. I don't know that he ever saw it. A positioning save there for the Toros goaltender. Near side, poked at by Ern. Muha's looking there as well. He'll play out to neutral ice and Dahlemer. 2-on-1 if the Toros hurry. Dahlemer has it taken away, however, and the puck goes the other way by Procopio. He's got Burnett into the zone. He's working 1-on-5 holds and waits for help. Plays it down into the corner. Dahl, the far side, ends, keeps it moving. Dollimer hacks it, but it's cut off and taken away. It's in the skates. They continue to dig along that far wall. Fader finally finds it, works it back to the point. There's a shot that tips wide off traffic into the near side corner. Dahl moves it. Muha kicks out to neutral ice. Fader back on it on the red line. Dollimer leans on him. Bouncing puck. Yannick couldn't settle it down. Support comes. Follow-up try. That's blocked by Colby Enns. Dahl takes a body into the corner. They dig 2-on-2. Finally, the Toros out with it. Dollimer plays for Muha. Muha can't cut through a pair of defenders. And the Mudbugs take over. A long pass missed everyone. This should go for icing as long as the Toros win the race. And they do. With 14:59 left to play in period number 1. We've played 5 minutes and 1 second. Still scoreless here at the showcase.
Back and forth action there, though, Ken, and chances for both teams.
Toros get an offensive zone draw. It's to the left of Gringles. Talbot wins it back. D to D. Mark, quick shot. He put that one wide of the cage. They dig after. Toros control. Reisinen back to Mark. Plays it back down to the corner for Reisinen. Spinning. Kicks it down low, but it's cut off instead. Carried ahead by Lane. Turned over. Reisinen's shot was partially blocked into the corner. Dahl pokes it back deep. Geisberg's back on it. Talbot plays the body, stepping in his ground. Slides it along the wall. Played back to the point. Mark, long shot blocked in front. Now the Mudbugs will try to counter quickly. Chipped in deep instead. Mark wins the race to that. Pokes it around to the near side. Dahl can't get there. Reisinen does. Reisinen chips for Mark. Mark bats that one ahead. Ground stops for Reisinen. Reisinen into the zone 1-on-3. Just flips it on net. It's gloved and held for a whistle by Gustavus Gringles. 14:16 to play in period number 1. No shot totals displayed on the scoreboard here. So you have to see if they're updating the box score. They are not, so we have no shot totals for you. If I'm going by feel,
2-2, I think.
If I'm going by feel, I'd say, yeah, it's about even. Better scoring chances, however, have gone the Toros' way. 14:16 to play here in period number 1. Sheehan will be tossed from the draw. Koss will step in and take this against Wall. Wall wins it back into the corner. Thrown along the glass out to neutral ice as Earn couldn't hold the line. Now Earn wins a battle, tries to poke it back out to neutral ice. It's up in the equipment of a player. Finally drops down, play to the near side lane with a shot. That goes well wide. Karam to the far side half wall where Koss fans on it, but he does play the body. Ahead for Sheehan. Sheehan bats it forward, not very far, however. Lincoln Earn, a defenseman, leads the rush into the zone, tries to center for Belisle, can't settle it down. If that pass gets cleanly to Belisle, he's got a grade A scoring chance. Now Belisle plays the body in behind, but the puck's along to the near side. Out to neutral ice where Koss settles it down, chips ahead for Belisle. Belisle guides it back McGinnis. McGinnis from the top of the circles of his own zone carries ahead to the near side wall, red line, rolls it deep. Cochran gives chase. He's got Loven with him. Loven tries to spin out of the corner of the front. He's cut off. Instead, it's Spencer taking over for the Mudbugs on the near side. Rolled back in behind. Taken over there by Lane. Lane tries the far side. Kept at the point by Enns. His shot's blocked. Loven finds Cochran. Cochran delays. Now he spins down the wall. Drops to Adams at the goal line. Adams up top to the point. McGinnis sweeps far point. Enns with a shot through traffic. That goes wide. Adams on the near side half wall. Runs into trouble. Left the puck there. Cochran battling against a pair of Mudbugs. Now Loven and Adams join the fight. It squirts back to the point where a shot from McGinnis is blocked in the high slot. And the Mudbugs will counter. Flipped in deep to the near side by Cook. McGinnis back on it first. Leaves it for Loven. Loven can't settle it down. He finally does. His pass ahead is blocked. Taken over by Cook. Cook delays. High slot. His shot's blocked. Loven ahead. He wanted Adams, but it was tipped away from him. Toros have been out there a while. They'll peel off and change. 12:21, a palindrome on the clock as the Mudbugs set up a controlled breakout behind their own net. Mudbugs come out to center, flip into the zone. Fader chases it down, looking to get it to the front. No lane. Defended nicely by Mark. It's banked back to the point. Shot through traffic is blocked. It ends up in the circle. Turnaround try. That's hacked wide. Loose puck found by Muha. Muha from the near side throws into the middle ice. Mark ahead for Dollimer. Dollimer looking into the middle for Lance, but it was tipped up
One thing
out of play.
I've noticed in the preseason, Ken, and I've noticed it again here today, our defense are fairly active in jumping in and much more aggressive than a couple of the defensemen we had last year.
You look at some of the numbers these kids put up in high school. It's not a huge surprise that they're jumping in offensively, but you also worry you can get away with a lot more of that jumping in at the high school level when you're the fastest guy on the ice.
Exactly.
This is Lance. Chases down the draw and behind the net. Gets help from Dollarode. It bounces free, and the Mudbugs send it down the ice. Linesman arm is up for icing, and Kimball and Mark both win the race for the Toros over Ionic. So the draw will come back down into the offensive zone. 11:40 left to go. A lot of scouts here.
That place is filled up.
Usually the Wednesday game's not super well attended, but a good crowd.
Very good crowd.
Very good crowd. The bleachers here just about full at the Blaine Arena. Out of the corner, Muha tries to cut to the front, but is poked away from him. He'll have to chase it down in neutral ice. Kimball does well to give him an outlet. Miro holds on to it instead, though. Mudbugs take over in the Toro zone, but a good read by Dollimer takes that pass away. Plays ahead. Lance kicks to Muha. Muha to the stick, but he can't settle it down, and it's bounced back out to neutral ice, and that is whistled offside. I don't know that a Toro actually touched that puck.
I think it hit Lance's leg.
11:08 left to play here in period number one. We're still scoreless on day one of the NAHL showcase. Draw comes back to the center dot. Not often you see one of those without a goal or to start the period. We've had two center ice draws so far here in the first. This one chipped into the Toro zone. Earn is back on it. Earn around to the near side. Bodies collide on the near wall, and it kicks to the far side. Grounds gathers this in, delays, and then looks ahead. Talbot touched it, so they'll say no icing. That forces Gaspers to play. Talbot takes it away, but then he's surrounded by a pair. Toros dig it out of the scrum. Grounds delays. He wanted to feed Dahl. Now a shot tip in front. Ends up going wide for Reisanen. Far side, Talbot from the half wall. Tries a turnaround shot that's blocked. I don't think he realized how much time he had over there. And now the Mudbugs will look to go the other way quickly. Can't settle it down, however. And Reisanen has it at his own blue line. Reisanen for the Toros. Dumps to the near side corner. Toros peel off the change except for Grounds, who pressures. Grounds takes it away. He's looking for the late man. Unable to find him. Koss frees it up, however. Gets help from Belial. And finally, this puck ping-pongs back out to center. It's taken over by Enns. Enns looks to break into the zone. Breaks wide. Tries a shot kicked away. Rebound to Sawchuk. Plays it down into the corner. Enns had the stick chopped out of his hands. He was unable to do anything with it. 9:50 to go here in period number one. We're still scoreless as Belial can't settle that down. Odd man rush the other way. 4-on-3. You don't see a lot of that. This is Wall. Backhand try goes in behind the Toro net. Enns is on it first. They dig in that far side corner. Wall takes it away. Plays it up the wall. But instead it's taken away by Sheen and the Toros. He feeds Koss. Koss into the zone. He gets knocked down as he had the puck in his skates. And the Mudbugs take over. Ahead to the near side. Barnofsky plays out to neutral ice. Koss in front of the Toro bench takes over. Koss tied up there. Plays it back to the defense. D-to-D. McGinnis on the near side has some room. It quickly evaporates. Played ahead for Sheehan. Sheehan gloves down to the stick. Tries to drive. He gets put down hard. And loses control of the puck. To the near side, Burnett. Burnett speeds over the red, carries over the blue as well for the Mudbugs before he's forced to stop by Connor McGinnis. Good hit there by the Toros rookie defenseman. Played out to neutral ice, never got to Loven. Burnett gains the line, then guides over to the far side. Quick shot save made by Lonkala. Turned back over. Wraparound try, delay call coming. And the Toros will get the game's first power play. 8:41 left to play here in period number one. Toros, obviously, last in the league on the power play. 0 for 0. Other teams have played some games, so I'm sure someone scored a power play goal by now.
I'm sure. Looks like a roughing call on the Mudbugs.
8:41 left to go here in period number one. Toros to the power play for the first time. Cochran, Adams, Loven, Sawchuk, and Earn to start it out for the Toros. Toros control off the draw. It's punched back to Sawchuk at the near point. Sawchuk skates down to the hash marks and then turns back towards the blue line. Toros look to spread it out. Up top, Earn gets it right back from Loven. Across to the near point, Sawchuk drops down to the side of the net. Cochran back up to Sawchuk. Sawchuk back to Cochran. Toros look like they're trying to set something back door for Loven. Lane's not there. They drop down to Adams as they work a cycle in the near corner. Back up top, Sawchuk. Sawchuk walks to the top of the umbrella. Now he plays over to Ern from the top of the far circle. Walks in, wires. That goes wide, and the rebound carries around, and Sawchuk can't scurry back to the near point in time to hold the line. Loven quickly back into the zone. Then drops back for Adams. Adams has it poked off his stick. Sawchuk's there, plays down and behind. They'll have to scrum for it. Never got through to Loven. Mudbugs take it away and unable to hold it at the line was Lincoln Earn. That clearing attempt was waist high. 7:45 left to go in period number 1. 1:02 left to go on the Toros power play. We're still scoreless in day 1 of the NAHL showcase. Into the zone short-handed. Wall. He tries to go wide, looks to carry around. He's watched by a pair of Toros. Banks back to the point in Lane. Lane just dumps that deep. They're content to eat clock here with the Toros on the power play. McGinnis guides back for Lance, gives right back to McGinnis. And McGinnis will again go to Lance. Aggressive forecheck while down a man here, Brad.
The Mudbugs have been pressuring good, and to their credit, they've held the Toros in their own zone for the last 25 seconds.
Speaking of the last 25 seconds, that's how much time is on the power play for the Toros as McGinnis plays off to the far side and Lance. That looked to be offside, and it is as Muha touches with 16 left on the power play. 6:57 left to go here in a scoreless first period. On sheet number 2 of the Swan Super Rink, they call it the Blaine Arena.
16 seconds to go on the power play, Ken, and I think it's important here we get it chipped in the corner and get at least a shot on goal. We haven't had one on the power play here. We had some good action down low, but we're not rewarded with any shots.
Played around to the near side. Reisenden can't stop it. McGinnis goes D to D in his own zone. Just 8 seconds left on the Toro power play. And again, the Toros are forced to retreat while up a man. McGinnis holds behind his own net. They're going to let the power play expire and then start up ice. Mudbugs full strength as Reisenden tips that into the zone. It goes just wide of the net, actually played by the goaltender Gringles. Mudbugs take the dump in and it's head for Cook, who gains the line on the near side. Forced to turn at the hash marks. Cook looking for help. Now he's taken down. And it's a head for Reisenden. Reisenden gains the red line, looks to chip it deep. Skolik took a piece of him. It's down into the corner. Big hit there by Grounds. Near side, Talbot can't control. Dangerous play with the stick. Talbot may have gotten away with one there. Enns works on the far side. Can't take it away. Now Enns just wins a physical battle and takes that puck away. Now it's taken back though. Fader walks off the wall, looks to walk in. A good stick by Grounds. No, they'll call that a hook, but that's a hook I'm okay with.
He had to take that because it was a open shot in the slot. So, I mean, good on Grounds to yank him and eliminate that scoring chance.
Fader walked right off the wall and was walking right down Broadway.
So with 5:55 to go in the first period, the Mudbugs will go to the power play.
Toros penalty kill also last in the league right now, Brad.
Or first.
Or first, yeah. They haven't allowed a power play goal all season long. Draw will be to the right of Lankoa. And what do we got? Apparently a face-off violation.
Seen a lot of those today,
yes.
Ken.
A point of emphasis, not just here, but in the NHL, watching some of those preseason games. They're going to tell them not to run the clock for 2 seconds until the puck is dropped. So now the draw will be to the right of Lankala. And they correctly hold the clock and finally do start it. As the Mudbugs set up a long shot, that's tipped wide of the cage. In behind, Earn takes it away and banks it out to neutral ice. The Mudbugs will have to regroup. Koss, Belial, Dahl, and Earn. The quartet for Marty Murray and the Toros to start the first penalty kill of the year. Near side, a good stick by Belial, tips that up. Earn back on it, and he hammers that all the way down. 90 ticks left on the power play for the Mudbugs. Belial's pressure forces the goaltender Gringles to tuck that in behind the cage. Carried ahead by Lane. Lane over the line, feeds Yannick. Yannick back to Lane, who carries down below the goal line. Near corner, Yannick helps him out. They continue to work along the wall, trying to get back to Lane. Sawchuk working against a pair. Finally, it's Cook who takes it away. Cook forced to turn by Dahl. Spun a good carom for the Toros off the wall. Must be something sticking out of that kick plate. It didn't get back to the point. It spun back to the center of the blue line and cleared the zone. But Cook quickly back on the attack. Holds at the half wall, plays up top, one-timer coming, a tip by Burnett, goes up and over. A nice flyby by the young forward for the Mudbugs. Fortunately for the Toros, that one got nowhere near the cage. 52 seconds left on the power play, 4:47 left to go here in a scoreless first period. First impressions of the penalty kill, Brad.
I think it's been good. There's a chance there, but it was deflected wide. But I think the penalty kill's been fine so far.
Lovin takes this draw, wins it back over Quisenberry, and that one sent all the way down. Stopped in behind. Lovin pressuring. Now it's the Toros' turn to be aggressive on the forecheck, shorthanded. Mudbugs beat it, gain the line, however. Cook dangles in. Now he's forced to turn back to the blue line. Cook waits all day. Now he tries a shot in and out of the glove. Lonkala didn't know he didn't have it. Finally, the Toros able to pounce on it on the far side. Kicked ahead. Sheehan pokes at it. Can't reach it. Puck still free. Mark steps up. They continue to dig along that far wall. 22 ticks left on the Mudbug power play. Cook has it in his skates. He gets mauled. Far corner taken away. Sheehan flips that out. Lovin up on the pressure. Forces Gringles to play to the far side. Played to the near side. Burnett ahead. Taken away. McGinnis can't get it and go as the Toros go full strength. McGinnis hustles back. Now he's harassed by a forecheck. Wisely leaves back. Far side. So each team 0 for 1 on the power play. Belial has his skates taken out from under him. That goes unwhistled. And the puck comes to the near side wall. McGinnis hustles over. He comes together hard with Clement. Bouncing puck. Dahl can't control. Fader does. Tries a shot. Gloved. And held by Lonkala.
Good save there for Lonkala.
Black pads with yellow trim for the Finnish goaltender for the Toros. I couldn't see if it was in the glove or not. The puck blends right back in.
Did that first one, I should say the shot, the play right before that, did that hit him in the glove or in the head?
I thought it went off the tip of the glove. This is played in behind for Spencer Kimball. Kimball tries to keep it moving to Adams. Adams probably got away with a hook there. Puck squirts free. Adams finds it. Played ahead to the near side. The pass was behind Belial. Dahl finds it and rolls it deep. Cochran, Adams, and Belial the line out right now. I think a shuffle just because of the penalty kill. Poke free, Adams. Adams had 29 goals last year, looking for his first. Gets an awkward hit, knee on knee, it appeared. It appears to be okay, though, as Adams. Cochran gives it back to Adams, who gains the line. Nice dangle move. Adams drops back for Cochran. He let it go to the point. There was no one there. That starts Fontini out into the Toro zone. Looks to center. Defended well by Kimball. Cox leaves him behind. Getting back on the back check is Cochran, and he rolls it around to the far side. Adams with time and space as the Mudbugs are chasing. Over skates it and then has to play it back to Cochran. Cochran carries over the red and the blue. Gives to Muha. Muha puts on the brakes. Shot. That's blocked. Right into the shin pads. Mudbugs come back the other way. Sawchuk frees it up. Earn is there as well. Earn can't settle it down. Wall does. Wall plays in the middle. Quick shot. Save made. No rebound given as Lonkala holds on to that with 2:12. A palindrome on the clock here in period number 1. Still no score.
Shreveport definitely has had the scoring chances as of late, though.
The Mudbugs, since their power play, have had most of the pressure. Toros unable to get it going the other way. A shot block in front by Earn right off the draw. Puck kept into the zone on a diving play. Dahlemer's there, however, plays back to the Toro D. A turnover in front. Earn was able to clean up his own mess. Now a tip one goes wide on a long shot from the point. An ugly stretch there if you're a Toros fan, as now they dig along the near side wall 2x2 with Lance working outside of the scrum. Sawchuk and Muha there, but it's Wall who finds it. Wall plays down low. Wall on a give and go play carries along the goal line. Stepped into by Sawchuk, and now Wall is sitting on the puck. Finally dug out by Lance, who chips to the near side, and Muha back in behind Sawchuk. Play to the far side, Dahlemer. Lance tries to kick to the stick. He can't do so. And now it's touched the other way. Quisenberry trying to catch the Toros in a change. Centers. That's broken up by the Toros defense. Muha pokes at that. Ends. Can't squeeze through a check on the near wall. Toros are swarmed in their own zone. This is Ends. Ends Carries out, feeds Lance. Lance hits the brakes as he hits the blue line. Now he tries to play it deep. Ends had his stick held and couldn't control it as we hit the final minute of play in period number 1. Still scoreless at the showcase. Reisanen working out of the corner. Now he tries to turn it back the way he came. Taken away by the Mudbugs and kicked out to neutral. The far side end steps up on this, plays the body on Cook, and the puck is down into the Toro zone. Only Connor McGinnis there for either team. It's ahead. Reisanen touches in for grounds, tries to go back to Reisanen, and it's turned over 2-on-2 the other way. Yannick drives the net while the puck is held by Fader, who's forced in behind. Final 20 of period number 1, still no score. Off the wall, Homers couldn't control, and the puck kicks out to neutral. Procopio turns it over, but the pass was to the wrong side of grounds, and the Toros will peel off and change as we count down the final 7 seconds of period number 1. It's ahead pass for Yannick at the red line. Gains the line with 2. He rolled it deep. That should do it. We're through 20 here at the NAHL Showcase Day 1. Toros and Mudbugs. Still no score. We will be back with the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Alex Adams. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much, we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Your hands are a vital part of who you are, how you work, play, even how you communicate. When injury or illness strikes, the hand team at Trinity Health will be there to help restore full functionality. We specialize in surgical repairs, hand reconstruction, non-surgical interventions, and occupational therapies. Don't let damage or disorder take away your hands. See the hand team at Trinity Health. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Hi, Toro fans. I'm Austin Dollimer, and you're listening to the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report on Classic Hits 1390 AM KRRZ.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink. We're on sheet number 2. It's the Blaine Arena. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Once again, I'm Ken Oda, Brad Burwood alongside for day 1 of the NAHL Showcase. Brad, I thought the Toros got off to a pretty decent start for the first maybe 13 minutes or so of that period, but the power play for the Mudbugs really seemed to allow them to grab control of the momentum for the final 7 or 8 minutes of that period.
I did. I thought the Toros jumped off to a fairly good start, and it just kind of, that power play kind of changed the momentum a little bit, and the Mudbugs got a couple scoring chances. And after that, Toros had a tough time generating any offense, and a lot of passes in the feet, and not a lot of offensive opportunities.
Not a lot of live scoring here at the showcase. That is one of the, I think, downfalls of this event. As great of an event as it is, the volunteers they have working the score box, according to the live score box, it's or box score, I should say, it's 11-13 remaining in the first. Shots on goal were 7-2. That
They did announce that as a shots after
So
the period.
I believe that is the final shot total. I can't imagine that there were really that many shots in the first 8+ minutes of this game. So 7-2. I think Lonkala, despite his preseason struggles, has looked strong.
I thought Lonkala was good. He got crossed up a little bit on that one that tipped off the top of his glove, but he got a piece of it and it didn't go in the net. So I thought Lonkala was good in the period.
For those who don't know, the NAHL Showcase event, all this year 23 teams in the league get together at the Schwann Super Rink here in Blaine, Minnesota, and it is hockey all day for 4 days. Also, the NAPHL comes to town and they hold their first league tournament for the 18 and unders, the 16 and unders, and I believe the 14 and unders as well. So a lot of hockey here the next 4 days. Brad and I actually came to the rink. We got here about 10:30 this morning, and we've been watching the NA games all day. We watched Philadelphia take Minnesota Wilderness and what was a nail biter all the way down to the final seconds, but the Rebels helping out the Toros get the win over the Wilderness. What was your first impression of some of the other teams around the division that we've been able to watch? You got to look at Bismarck. I didn't really get a look at them, but yeah, we've seen.
I watched most of the Philadelphia game. It was a 1-0 game, but not a lot of scoring. But it was very exciting. There was a lot of scoring chances, and I thought Minnesota looked really good. They got some younger players that were pretty impressive, and I thought that was a pretty good game and an entertaining one to watch. And I did get to see the first period of the Bismarck. At that point, they were up 2-0 and over Corpus, and I see that one's just about over now, and that's a 3-1 Bismarck lead there. Bismarck looked good. He had a good jump in their step and got 2 quick ones and got up 2-0, and we're playing very physical.
I decided to take in tomorrow's opponent for the Toros, the Cooley Region Chill, and they fell to the Northeast Generals, who were, let's be honest, the Generals last year looked more like the Washington Generals who play the Globetrotters all the time, just piling up losses, but the Generals looked better today, a 5-3 win over Cooley, and what was a pretty fun game to watch. It was a little more wide open than any of the other games here at the Showcase.
That was a come from behind, right, Ken? I wasn't in on that one. I know you were.
Yeah, Cooley scored the first 2 goals of that game, actually first 3 goals of that game. They were leading 3-0 after 1 and ended up losing 5-3 to Northeast. The 5th goal was the empty netter with, I believe, 6 seconds left to play, so not as lopsided as the score would indicate, but still. And then also watched Janesville eke out a win over Kenai, who another team that struggled last year, and Kenai will be the opponent for the Toros home opener on October 6th and 7th, but they gave a very good Janesville team a run for their money this morning, so it'll be interesting to see how the Brown Bears do as the season goes on.
That ended up as a 2-1 final and for Janesville, and that was a good game. Kenai looked pretty good.
Looking around the rest of the Showcase, a game that not a ton of interest if you're a Toro fan. Wilkes-Barre 3-2 over Amarillo. We won't see either of those clubs unless we make it to the Final Four.
Yeah.
And another one that we will see, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs. They get a 3-1 win over the Minnesota Magicians, and Charlie Wyan, the former Toro, who's now playing for his brother down for the Magicians. He had the lone goal for the Magicians. Looking to see other games. We're the only other game in action besides us is Lone Star at New Jersey. They are also scoreless late in the first period. Games later tonight, Brookings and Odessa, the Johnstown Tomahawks and the Topeka Roadrunners, and the Aberdeen Wings get the Springfield Junior Blues. We'll take a quick break here and then come back with an interview. I believe, Brad, you spoke with Nolan Sawchuk before this one. We'll take a short commercial break and be back with that after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
We've been thinking, a championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hi, Taro fans. I'm Landon Cochran. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to iretapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink. You've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report. Ken Oda with Brad Burwood alongside. As I mentioned before, Brad had a chance to sit down with Nolan Sawchuk. Toros have not named captains. If I was a betting man, which, well, let's face it, I am, Nolan Sawchuk would be where I'd put my money to end up wearing the captain's C this year. We'll let you give that a listen now.
With Nolan Sawchuk, defenseman, Minot Minotauros. How was your summer, Nolan?
That was good. Got a lot of training in, a lot of hockey, a little bit of golf. So yeah, it was good.
Well, we're at the big showcase in Blaine, and it's a big week, 4 games in 4 days. Do you prepare differently when you know you have 4 games, one day, one after another?
Not really, not before the game. You just have to make sure after the game you take care of your body, ice, stretch things out, make sure you get a lot of rest, a lot of liquids in. But other than that, it's just like back to back. I know it is.
How was the preseason this year for you and the training camps? The stage. I know it's a grind to get the year going, but how did it go for you?
You got some good looks with our team. We were able to see that we can play. We got some size and some speed. It's just a matter of putting it all together and bringing it to the games now where it really starts.
Our rosters, is not a lot of veterans on our team this year. We have a pretty new roster. Do you approach it differently now as a second-year player and stepping up with the leadership?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just the fact that I've been here before and just trying to show the new guys how to act, how to prepare the way on the ice and off the ice, and just make sure I'm doing everything the right way, and so that they could follow too.
Any personal or team goals for you this year?
Team goals, obviously, just to keep improving throughout the year, and big one just to win the Robertson Cup. We gotta make sure we're playing at the right time this year and make sure we're ready to go as the season progresses.
Well, thanks, Nolan. Good luck today.
All right, thank you.
Once again, that was Brad Burwood with Toros defenseman Nolan Sawchuk. That'll do it for the first Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report of the season. We'll be back with the drop of the puck on period number 2. We're still scoreless between the Toros and the Mudbugs.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's. When we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up.
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. They're trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
What's the best birthday party option in town? Toros Hockey. You supply the birthday boy or girl, the Toros do the rest. Designated party areas and all sorts of perks to make your birthday kid feel special on his or her special day. Kids, it's up to you. Tell your parents or guardian that you want to celebrate your birthday with Tank and the Toros. For more information, call 701-852-0101 or visit MinotaurosHockey.com. Toros Hockey, making your birthday special. Join the charge.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink as we get ready to start period number 2 between the Toros and the Shreveport Mudbugs, who hail from the South Division. Toros will now be working from left to right on your radio dial or computer monitor. I've had a few more check-ins. Sam Smith checking in, as well as Miranda Schuler, who's not just a sponsor but a big fan and the head of the Minotauros Booster Club. You can find the Minotauros Booster Club on Facebook. Brad, as we get ready to start the second period, Toros seem to have the ice tilted against them late in that first. What do you want to see here at the start?
Well, I just think we need to, step up the intensity level a little bit and get some traffic in front of that and get some shots on this goalie and see what can happen. We were talking earlier this morning, and you mentioned that if we were 0-0 after one, you'd be happy, and I guess that's where we're at. So let's build upon that.
With a young team, certainly, I'd be happy to get out of there 0-0. Obviously, you'd like a lead. But I thought it was important not to fall behind early, and that has been the case. A long shot from the point goes well wide. Toros control the dump in, and finally it's Sawchuk ahead for Lovin. Feeds Cochran. Cochran has Adams. One-timer. It's in. Bar down for Alex Adams in 29 seconds into period number 2. The Toros take their first lead of the season.
Well, that was a nice backhand pass from Cochran right onto Adams' stick, and Adams made no mistake there and shelved it up high over top of the goaltender.
Yeah, not much that Gringles could have done about that one. A fantastic 2-on-1 from the Toros top line.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to the period.
Certainly not. We saw the ice was tilted and you needed to fix it. That's certainly one way to do it. Tilt the scoreboard. Toros lead 1-0 now early in period number 2 as that's dumped in. It won't go far enough for icing. That will force the Mudbugs to play it. It's Cook around to the near side. Ends, keeps it at the point, throws one on net. And a Hungry Hippo style cover for Gringles. As the Toros now get an offensive zone draw. They've given Lovin the secondary assist on that, which he earned. So the Toros top line now with a point each. This is Ends. Dumps it down into the corner. On it is Muha. Muha backhands it up top to Ends. Ends receives that nicely at the line. Now he walks in. Shot. That goes off the outside of the netting. I saw the twine move for a minute. I thought he was somehow able to squeeze that through.
Dahlimer had a tip on that, and it just hit the back part of the net.
This is Muha working in behind. He's tripped down, regains his feet, continues to work along the wall. Dolly digs it out. Dahlimer works it down low for Muha. Muha looking to walk out of the corner. Now he gets the high slot. Tries a shot. Save made. Rebound given to the far corner. Geibers is on it. Plays over to the far side. Muha takes it away. Sauces it up top for Ends. Ends with a shot. That's blocked off a shin pad into the near corner. Dahlimer working on his backhand. Now he tries to cut to the middle. Works a cycle with Muha. Muha lost the handle. He'll retreat and gather it back in. Good offensive zone pressure from the Toros here as they look to work a cycle. Dahlimer can't get to this. It's played up top. Poked free. Muha couldn't gather it in. And the Mudbugs chip it out to neutral ice. McGinnis dumps it back in. Toros change as the Mudbugs retreat and retrieve. ripped ahead. It's played with a high stick by Grounds, and that is whistled offside, and that'll take the draw all the way back down as the pass originated from behind the net. Offensive zone draw coming for the Toros.
Well, definitely a much better Toros team to start the second period. Hopefully we can see that all period.
Now they're going to say because it was tipped in the neutral zone by the Toros that the draw will be at center ice. Just talking about how rare these center ice draws
We've got
are.
3 of them now.
Without a goal or the start of the period. And 3 of them so far through 22 minutes of hockey. This one is dumped in. They'll say icing. And now the Toros will get that offensive zone draw. Toros looking much better here at the start of the second. The goal aside, most of it's been played to the right of our broadcast position. Talbot wins the draw back. Dahl chops it in behind it, comes to the side of the net where we get a cover by Gringles. And we'll do it again to his right. Talbot line stays out. He's flanked by Grounds and Reisenen, who off the air, you and I were talking. Reisenen was probably the best forward for the Toros in period number 1.
Yeah, he seemed to be a presence all preseason also.
Around to the near side. Dahl chops it in behind. Reisenen can't find it. Talbot frees it up. Reisenen gathers in. Shuffles back to the point, and Mark puts it up and over the glass, out of play for a whistle. 17:41 left to go in period number 2. Toros lead 1-0 on Adams. First of the season.
I'm sorry, Ken. Been to a lot of games today, and this is actually probably the most full arena I have seen today.
That one's put on net, gloved and dropped to the ice by Gringles. Just saw Bobcat coach Lane Sedevy coming in. He's wanting to take a look at the Toros as well. This is Cox. Poked free, taken over by Talbot. Talbot gains the line. He has Grounds with him. A good stick check from behind by Cox. Frees that up from Talbot. Far side, Reisenen gets it back. Fans on his centering feet. Now will play down the wall for Talbot. Talbot finds Grounds. Grounds looks to walk in, check from behind. Reisenen can't follow it up. Talbot does. Puts it in front and never got to Reisenen. Otherwise, he had a tap in. And now Reisenen spins down his counterpart in the 24 center sweater, Carabelli, and the Toros will go to the kill with 17:06 left to play here in period number 2.
This will be the Toros' second kill.
It is. And it's really the first chance that the Mudbugs will have to get some offense here, almost 3 full minutes in to the second frame. A lot of scouts. This rink is packed. There are only 2 games in the 4 o'clock time slot this year. So that's obviously part of it. They play over to the far wall, kicked up top, D to D Lane. Lane from the near point drops down to the hash marks. It gets back to Lane. Walks to the top of the umbrella, then leaves off. Played back up top Lane. Again, Lane from the top of the umbrella. Shot tipped. It bounces off a pair of bodies, lays free. Put off the outside of the net. Rebound to the side of the cage. Poked free. And now the Toros look to go shorthanded. Koss and Belial. Belial ahead for Koss. The pass was knee high. He couldn't do anything with it. Could Austin Koss. Instead, he'll eat the puck along the wall and let the power play tick away. Koss working hard. Finally taken away. Koss was working 1-on-4, and he killed a good 15 seconds of power play time. Good hard work by the young man from California. They're still filing in here. This one carried into the zone by Burnett. Burnett worked over by Enns, gets help from Cook. Cook from the hash marks, plays up top, Clement. Back down to Burnett, up top Clement again, long shot blocked in front by Enns and hacked ahead but not out. A good keep by Clement, who then goes off to change. Wrapped around to the near side. Cook can't stop it, and it'll roll all the way down. 34 seconds left on the power play as the Mudbugs start back up ice. A good stick by Sheehan, and they'll have to retreat and retrieve, will the Mudbugs. 25 left on their power play as they come off to the near side, carried ahead by Geisbers. Geisbers gains the line. The defenseman carries deep down into the offensive zone. Now he plays up to Lensu. Lensu walks along the blue line, then leaves off for Burnett. Back to Lensu. Bouncing puck. Good pressure by Sheehan. He takes it away, flips ahead. Muha couldn't glove down to the stick, or he may have been gone shorthanded. Burnett from the red line rolls into the zone. Toros come full strength. Onto the ice is Cochran. Sheehan starts the Toros up ice. He's got Cochran on the near wing, and he puts it there. Back into the middle. It's broken up. Never got through to Muha, and the Toros regroup in neutral ice. Cochran has it taken away, and then he's jumped on. Cook to the far side, still holds. Sheehan takes it away from him. Has it in his skates, does Sheehan. He pokes it deep. He's been out there a long time. Procopio's back on it. Leaves off to the far side. It'll roll around. They dig. Yannick works it down low. Muha's tied up. Puck squirts free. Cochran guides back to the point. Long shot. That goes off the outside of the cage. Not sure if the goaltender got a piece or not. Played down low. Adams can't corral. Kick to the near side. Mark tries a shot. That's a save. Rebound into the near corner. Adams again back to the point. And again a shot. Gloved and held by Gringles with 14:08 left to go here in period number 2. Toros right back to work after the power play expires.
Yeah, Mark with 2 good shots on net there. We just need a little bit more traffic in front, and it might have been in business.
Lance now with Loven and Dahlimer. Dahlimer, instead of going to the near side boards, will sit in the shooting hole right at the top of the circle of the offensive zone draw. Homers wins it back, however. Lane leaves to the near side. Doesn't get to Fader. Dahlimer pokes it free. Loven with a good keep at the blue line. Looking for Dahlimer. It's tipped away. Looked like the net moved on the far side post. Loven gathers it in. Plays back to the point. Dahl, shot. That's tipped. It goes in behind. Dahlimer's tied up. Puck onto the top of the net. That one almost came over the crossbar and off the goaltender's back.
Oh, good
stick by Earn. Knocks that away from Fader and keeps the pressure on in favor of the Toros. Aggressive forecheck. Dahlimer plays the body. Good keep at the point by Dahl. Dahl tries a shot. That goes wide. It checks up in behind. Comes out to the near circle, and finally the whistle goes.
Net's off.
Net is off for the Mudbugs, and it ends up being the near post. 13:28 left to go in period number 2. The Toros lead 1-0 on Alex Adams' 30th goal as a member of the Minot Minotauros, his first of his sophomore season. Draw will be to the left of Gringles. Talbot with Grounds and Reisinen. Homers wins that draw back. I don't think the Mudbugs were allowed to change as that net came free. They're saying without a shot on net. So this is Talbot with a long shot. That one's gloved and held by Gringles. 13:15 left to go here in period number 2.
You know, it's good to see Adams get on the board early in the season. He's going to be a key to the Toros' success this year, and good to see him get on the board right away.
Certainly, anytime you can bring back a player who put up 29 goals the season before as a rookie, you expect a big jump often from second-year players. I don't know how much more of a jump there is. A quick hack out of midair by Grounds. Goes just wide. Talbot tied up, looking to come out of the corner. Grounds pokes it deep. Reisinen races over. Reisinen, a good story. We should talk about that during intermission at some point here. Grounds plays it in the middle, but it's taken away. Carried ahead instead by Baranowski. Played in behind. Enns takes over. Leaves off to the far side. Reisinen ahead for Talbot. Talbot feeds Grounds. He couldn't stop it. He did get a piece of it, so no icing. Grounds plays the body. Looks to come out of the corner with it. Finds Belisle. Belisle working down low. Koss sweeps around to the near side. Kimball chops it in deep. Procopios tied up by Belisle. He's got Belisle's arm and glove. Belisle tried to soccer it along. It gets back to the point. Kimball shot. Unable to tip it home was Sheehan. Sheehan taken down as he tried to gain the puck on the far wall. A nice touch by Austin Koss. Nifty play there by the big forward. This is Loven. Loven pushed off the puck. It comes back towards him. He can't stop it. Sheehan plays the body, but the puck is out to neutral.
Boy, all 4 lines of the Toros are holding the zone here.
It has been all Toros with the exception of that power play, which didn't generate much either for the Mudbugs. 11:48 left to go here in period number 2. Someone came by with some chicken that smells amazing, Brad. I'm a little distracted. This is Procopio. Banked ahead to the Toro blue line. Kimball uses the glass to work that forward, but it never got to Sheehan. Chipped ahead. This is Cox. Touched into the zone. Frontini delays at the hash marks. Tries a shot. Awkward looking save, but it was into the glove and held by Lonkala. 11:24 left to go here in period number 2.
That might be his first shot on period. First or second.
I don't remember them getting one on the power play. And the rest of the period
that might
be
be his first or second shot of the period.
So it took 8 minutes and 36 seconds, but Samu Lonkala finally gets tested, and he's able to pass it here in period number 2. Draw is to Lonkala's right. Cochran wins it back into Dahl's chest. Dahl tried to glove down to the stick. He is able to work it to Mark. Mark ahead for Cochran. Cochran gives to Grounds. He touches for Adams and then drives the net. Trailers Mark. It's broken up before it got to him, and now it's an odd man rush the other way. Toro's doing well to get back, but Spencer working one-on-one with Dahl, and it's swept away nicely by Lonkala, but the Toros give it right back. Centering feed. Good stick by Grounds. Nope. And Grounds will go for the hook for the second time today. But again, another hook that you probably don't mind him taking.
Oh, he kind of had to take it. I thought Dahl got away with one. He grabbed the guy with the free hand and didn't get called, and kind of got away with one there. And play rotated back, and Grounds had to put a hook in there, or it would have been a key scoring chance.
So Aaron Grounds goes for the hook for the second time today. But again, 2 smart penalties. If you're ever going to take one, that's the time to do it. 658 seconds left to go in period number 2. The Toros hope they'll spend the next 120 of them shorthanded. Draw will be to the left of Lonkala. It's Dahlimer who wins it back into the corner. Sawchuk finds it and hammers it all the way down. Gringles out of his net. He'll stop it in behind. He leaves it there. Bugs start up. It's Geisbers over to the middle of the ice, and Quisenberry. Quisenberry gains the line and then sweeps it around in behind. Taken over there by Cook. Cook plays back to the point. Unable to hold it there was Lensu for the Mudbugs. Pressure coming from Dahlimer, and it's thrown to the near side. Geisbers comes to the near side again. Lensu pressured by Dahlimer, but he works it ahead to Cook. 3-on-2 as they hit the line. Cook into the middle. Toros do well to collapse on that and take the puck away. In the corner now. Muha digging. Sawchuk there as well. 3-on-2. Toros are outnumbered. I see Cook and Burnett. And it's the third man for the Mudbugs. Quisenberry, who dug it out. Played up top to Lensu. Plays off to the far side, top of the circle. Back up top of the umbrella, Lensu. Lensu with a long shot. Blocked by traffic. Rebound lays loose, and they can't put it on net. Burnett was foiled by the positioning of Lonkala. He was waiting to pull the trigger, and Lonkala gave him nothing. This is Burnett. Back up top. Far side back for Burnett. Again, Lane. Lane comes to Lensu. Lensu walks in looking for a tip, and that is in off the stick of Cook, who was left alone at the top of the crease, and an easy tap in. A power play goal evens this one up at 1.
Lensu had the puck on the dot and fired a shot right through the front of the crease, and Cook had his backhand on the ice where it should be and deflected it right past Lonkala. 1-1 with 9:35 to go in the second.
So that answers the question. The Toros will not go all year without giving up a goal. Would have been nice. 9:35 left to go in period number 2. So we're just about halfway home, and we're even at aces. The near side. Poked ahead along the wall. They continue to dig. Procopio plays it ahead. Yannick got stood up by Belial. A good hit by the Toros rookie forward. Talking to Marty Murray before the season. Wow, shot.
That's going to be a penalty. It's going to be a goaltender interference call.
Fader just ran into Lonkala and then puts his hands up as if to say, what, me? That was a pretty obvious call. But as I was starting to say about Fritz Belial, Marty Murray compared him to Christian Mose, a kid who, as both players came out of the NA3HL, put up good numbers there. I believe Belial put up, in 44 games, 26 goals and 24 assists for the Granite City Lumberjacks last year.
He's a dynamic player, a good skater.
Draw one back. Speaking of Christian Mose, we saw Mr. and Mrs. Mose decided to come by and cheer on the Toros here at the showcase. This is taken away from grounds and cleared the length. Christian Mose recovering from a knee injury. He'll get to finally play in now his redshirt freshman year for Miami, Ohio. Starting up ice is Talbot. He's wearing Mo's old number 20. Talbot splits the D and then ships it deep. Poked into the corner. Talbot on it. He gets hooked off. That'll go uncalled and then cleared ahead. 2-on-0 shorthanded potentially. Good job by Grounds to get back. Wall looking across, and Lonkala got across on a bouncing puck.
That was a good play by
down.
Grounds to catch up to that and dive out and block that pass. He forced a chip pass over the top, and those are hard to control and contain to get a good shot on net.
And that allowed Lonkala the time to get post to post. Cochran on the draw in the Toro zone. He wins it back cleanly to Sawchuk, who will set up a controlled breakout. 1:15 left on the power play. This is Earn, drops back to Sawchuk. Sawchuk tries the far side. Cochran touched into the zone. Adams has trouble with a bouncing puck, and it's sent all the way down. Toros will start over. Sawchuk straight up the middle, delays. Now he finds Adams. Adams gains the line. Alex Adams drop back for Cochran. Cochran works along the wall, punched it deep. There's no one behind the net for the Toros. That allows the Mudbugs to gather and clear. 40 seconds left on the Toro power play as Sawchuk will start up ice. Sawchuk comes ahead for Earn. Lincoln Earn gains the line on the near side, dumps it cross corner. Cochran's after it. He's tied up. And the Bugs take it away. They'll look to come across. Procopio delays, and now he'll chip it deep. Lonkala out of his net to stop with just 18 seconds left on the power play. Toros never really even set up on the power play this time. Cochran ahead. Loven gains the line. Loven wide. Hits the brakes. Loven up top. McGinnis. Back to Loven. Toros still on the power play. Drop to the side of the net. Dollimer back up top. McGinnis. Comes to the near point. Mark. Mudbugs come full strength. Mark plays it down low. In behind Cochran. Cochran to the front of the net. Hacked at. Dollimer couldn't tuck it home on the doorstep. And the Mudbugs look to go the other way. They find the trailer. Cardelli shot blockered away by Lonkala. Mark digging along the wall. 6:47 left to go. Out from behind. They play up top. Geisper's long shot. That skips wide. 6:40 in the period as that one shot wide. Far side giving chase is Loven. He's been out there a long time, and he lost the race. They've got a man crashing through the slot. Pass is blocked. Puck lays loose. Fewell up top. Lensu sweeps across the line. Good read by Loven. He's been out there for a year, so he'll just get there and chip it. That allows the Toros to change. Lance coming on the pressure. Can't free that up. Near side, Verovowski ahead into the zone. Geisper's shot is blocked, and Mark is on it. Mark uses the glass to bank that ahead on the near side. Rolling puck finds Sheehan. Sheehan working on Spencer. He's forced to turn. Sheehan maintains possession. Now will just work a cycle. It's broken up. Muha working at the blue line. Puts it in front. Sheehan couldn't settle it down in the slot. Swept along the near wall. It won't get to the point. And Kimball Fewell plays out to neutral ice. Chip ahead for Yannick. Yannick with a nifty move, but he put himself in behind the net. Nowhere to go with it. Now he looks to work a cycle on the far side. It's Lane. Lane carries up top and then drops back. They go back to him. That was apparently not offside. Now a long shot kicked away with the toe by Lonkala. Spencer works it down low. Yannick out from behind. Back to the point. Lane holds it in the line. Comes across to Spencer. Spencer walks in. Shot blocked up and out of play by Sheehan. 5:16 left to go in period number 2. We're even at deuces.
Boy, unfortunately.
Make that aces.
Yeah, unfortunately the ice is tilted back the Mudbugs direction, and they've had pressure now for the last 4 minutes. Even with a power play, the Toros couldn't get anything set up, and that was unfortunate.
5:16 left to go in period number 2. Draw ends up on net and a Hungry Hippo style cover by Samu Lonkala with 5:15. A palindrome on the clock here in period number 2. We're even one aside.
Loven will take the draw here.
Loven wins it to Enns. Toros will set up a controlled breakout. This is Sawchuk back to Enns. Enns from the near circle in his own zone. Fires ahead. That pass is broken up. Lyle played that with a high stick. Mudbugs touch it. But Loven had his stick taken away, so he had to go retrieve it. That put him offside. Toros finally touch up and can pressure. Swept across to the far side. Burnett lets it roll to Cook. Cook has Quisenberry driving the net. Defended beautifully by Enns. Pass never happened. But it's kept to the point by Procopio. Drops down low. Centering feed broken up by Sawchuk. Swept to the near side. Procopio. Pressured by Koss. Puck freed up on the near side. Koss pokes that one free as well as they try to go back to the point. Belisle gains the red line and dumps it deep into the far side. Swept along to the near side. An awkward carom. There's got to be something wrong with that kick plate. That's the second time we've seen that. A puck coming along the near side wall. Take a weird bounce. This is Earn. Gains the line. Earn delays. Now he looks for a lane. Doesn't have one. The shot is blocked. That stung Procopio. Played down the wall. Carabelli, I should say. And it's up and into the Toro bench for a whistle. 4:03 left to go here in period number 2. We're even 1 aside. Draw will be in front of the Toro bench in the far side dot. Talbot and Carabelli. Grounds sweeps that deep. He'll look to chase after. On it first is Geisbers. Turned over in behind. Talbot spins it to the front. Doesn't go for Reisenen. He was in tight. Reisenen tied up. And eventually it's the Mudbugs who are able to free that up. Talbot takes it back. Looks to center. It's out of the reach of Grounds. Grounds. Backdoor tip play doesn't go for Talbot. That was a beautiful pass from Grounds. Up top, McGinnis throws it back down low. Near side, big collision, and the puck squirts free to Carabelli. He'll dump it down low. McGinnis tied up. Stepping in and taking it out was Cochran. Cochran starts up ice. Toros haven't changed the wingers, only the center on this line. Now they'll all peel off to change by Cochran. Works 1-on-4. He's able to keep possession as the Toros change it up. Now he throws it in behind for Loven. Loven and Adams crisscross. Adams has the puck. Back in front. It didn't find anyone. Mark keeps it at the near point. Mark banks down in behind. It missed Adams. Giving chase is Cochran. Cochran steps in. Adams finds Mark. Mark will walk in. Wire in and out of the glove. Rebound loose. Adams banks back to Mark. Mark, he's got about 4 shots on goal this game as a defenseman. This is Fewell. Lost the handle. Loven finds it. Banked ahead, not out. Fewell keeps it at the line. Again, it's banked ahead, and again, it's not out. They battle along the far wall. It's Baranovsky. Baranovsky gets it back. He's looking up top. Instead, he tries a shot. That missed everything. It comes to the near side. Procopio pinches down. He and Adams come together. Mark with a big hit on the near side. Far side wall. Dahl keeping the play to the outside. Now a wraparound stuff try doesn't go as Lonkala had the big paddle down on the ice, and the Toros look to break the other way. A pass tipped up in the air. That just catches the glass and stays in play. Cochran plays to the blue line, but the Mudbugs are there. Near side, Mark thought about it. Now will just hack ahead. Looking for retribution was Holmers. Meanwhile, the pass is ahead to Muha. Muha on the far wall. Digging. Plays it back. This is Lance. Lance spins to the near point. Ends. Long shot. That one's gobbled up for a whistle with 1:41. A palindrome on the clock here in Blaine. Toros and Mudbugs even at 1 aside.
You know, we haven't, when we talked about the Toros defense this year, we haven't mentioned the name Mark very often, and he's had a really good game today.
He has.
Both on the offensive side of it and the defensive side.
2 shots on goal that last shift and a good hit in the defensive zone. Lance lets that puck bounce and tried to cut to the front. A smart play there by the young centerman. Far side, Geisbers. Geisbers pokes in behind. Lance pokes that free and takes it away. Taylor Lance working in the near circle, leaves off for Enns. Colby Enns walks the line looking for a lane, doesn't have one. His pass for Muha is off the mark. Quisenberry finds it, banks out to neutral ice for Cook. Cook gains the line, leaves off far side. Fanning on a shot was Burnett. Cook has it in the corner. Cook sweeps it up top, long shot. That one goes wide. Near side, Dahlimer and Lensu tie each other up. Help comes in the form of Quisenberry. He can't dig it out. Chipped out by Lance. He has Muha. Muha looking into the zone. Final minute. Trying to dangle free. Puck loose. And unable to get it to go were the Toros. Now it's up in behind Lance. Lance banks it back to the point. Never got through. Another weird carom off that near side wall. This is Cook into the zone. Dangles around. Good stick by Enns. Backhand try and a cover. With 38.8 left to go here in period number 2 in the game. Still even at a goal aside. A little bit of heart attack hockey there for the Toros.
It's back and forth, chances both ways.
Some wide open play here at the end of the second.
We haven't seen a lot of that around the whole arena in all the games today. It's been...
Draw one back by the Toros. Koss punches it back behind the net. Long pass, that missed Sheehan. Sheehan plays the body on the near side. Earn has it taken away by Cox. Cox gains the line, winds, fires. That one goes up and over. Far side, it caroms all the way back to the Mudbug blue line, and it's only Mudbugs back there. Frontini plays back to his D. Long pass ahead. Carabelli couldn't hold it. In fact, it went off his stick, up and out of play. 15.1 left to go here in period. Number 2, we're even at aces.
Another face-off at center ice kid.
Never fails. It's the broadcaster curse. You say something is rare and you're going to see a ton of it. Procopio controls off the draw. Fader just fell down. I think
Sheehan got him.
Got well off the puck and out of the view of the officials. Bouncing puck on the near side. 3 seconds. They'll tie up along the wall. The horn will sound. We are through. 40 minutes of play. It is the Mudbugs of Shreveport 1. Your Minot Minotauros 1. We'll be back with the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Captain's Cove Seafood Restaurant invites you in for your favorite seafood as well as steak, chicken, and lots of great burgers and sandwiches. The Cove has fish and chips, crab, shrimp, and all-you-can-eat meals. Captain's Cove, where fishing is made easy. 1735 South Broadway in Minot.
Hi, Scott Cattell here. Fall is just around the corner, which means the winter months aren't far away. Get your vehicle ready for your fall and winter driving with a stop at Jerry's Repair and Alignment. Jerry Fry is an ASC certified master mechanic with 30-plus years of experience. Jerry uses state-of-the-art equipment to ensure your alignment is done the right way to give you the best ride on the highway. And the right alignment also saves you wear and tear on your tires. Jerry goes the extra mile and will balance and rotate your tires to get you down the road worry-free. And if you need tires, Jerry can also take care of that. And that's not all. Jerry's can handle all jobs, big and small, and works on all makes and models. So make that appointment today. Stop in at Jerry's Repair and Alignment, 1306 1st Street Southwest, or call him at 852-0332. And tell him Scott sent you.
Daniel the deer danced everywhere. He pranced through fields and jigged through rivers. Then he saw it. What a stage! A place no deer had dared dance before. The hood of a brand new car. Hey, my car! And the car was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Deer Dance Floor, December 1st, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Colby Enns. When the Taros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Taros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat at the Minot location, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hey, Toros fans, I'm Miroslav Mucha, and you're listening to Toros Hockey on Classic Hits 1390 AM KRRZ.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink in Blaine, Minnesota. We are on sheet number 2. They call it the Blaine Arena. On day 1 of the NAHL Showcase, you've got the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report once again. I am Ken Oda with Brad Burrud alongside Brad. We were just talking about it off the air with Paul Teeple, the broadcast voice of the Bobcats. Toros looked great for the first 12, 13 minutes of the period, and then seemed to run out of gas and allow the Mudbugs back into it.
You know, it was a better period for the Toros. They did outshoot the Mudbugs 10-8 in that period, but they came out blazing. They controlled the play for the first 8-10 minutes. They had a power play, and then they had to kill one, and momentum kind of seemed to shift the other way. And in the last 6-7 minutes, we were pinned in our own zone.
Scoring summary for today's game so far: no scoring in the first period. Alex Adams gets goal number 1 of the season for the Toros, his 30th career goal. in cream and cardinal. He gets the assists from Landon Cochran and Grant Loven. For each of them, it is their first point as a Toro. But that came at just 29 seconds of the second. But at 10:25, Cameron Cook on a tip of an Erno Lensu pass. Andrew Lane, the secondary assist there. A power play goal for the Mudbugs drew them even. Shots on goal are 15-12 in favor of the Toros. Each goalie allowing 1. Penalty summary. The Toros have taken 3 minor penalties, giving the Mudbugs 3 opportunities on the power play. The Mudbugs have taken 2. They are perfect on the penalty kill, are the Mudbugs. Take a look around the rest of the league. Games already final today. Janesville topped Kenai 2-1. Philadelphia over the Wilderness 1-0. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs 3-1 over the Minnesota Magicians, where Charlie Wyan had the lone goal for the Magicians, former Toro there. Just before us on sheet number 2, it was the Northeast Generals, a 5-3 win over tomorrow's opponent for the Toros, the Cooley Region Chill. Wilkes-Barre Scranton Knights 3-2 over Amarillo. Bismarck 3-1 over Corpus. Those games all final. Still in progress. Lone Star and New Jersey are scoreless. The Lone Star Brahmas, who I think played the Toros in one of the best games I've ever seen at the Showcase last year. They are the defending Robertson Cup champions. They're taking on the New Jersey Titans from out east. Games that will take place later this evening, actually about to get going. Brookings and Odessa will drop in about 8 minutes. The Johnstown Tomahawks and fellow Loyola Academy from Wilmette, Illinois alum. Wow, I just blanked on his name. I can tell you where he went to school. The head coach of the Tomahawks, Mike Letizia. There we go. Graduated a year after I did from the same high school. Not sure anyone else cares, but just a random fun fact. And then Topeka, they get going at 7, and at 7:15, it's the Aberdeen Wings who knock the Toros out of the playoffs. They'll get their first game of the season against the Springfield Junior Blues. Brad, a better period for the Toros, and one of the things we were a little concerned about coming into this one, however, was the Toros have 3 goaltenders. No one's really reached out and grabbed the job. Not Samuel Lonkelos looked pretty good through 2. Not much he could have done on the power play goal. It was a man left alone to tap that in on the doorstep, and it was a beautiful pass as well. So I don't blame him for Cook's goal. I think other than that, Lonkelos looks strong.
I think he has too. I mean, the goal that was scored was a great power play goal, and Lonkelos looked steady and been very composed in there and made some really good saves.
We'll take a short break here and be back with, you spoke with Michael Talbot before this one?
Yeah.
We'll talk to Talbot after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Take care of your feet, and they'll take care of you. The foot and ankle specialists at Trinity Health can help with both surgical and non-surgical solutions. So patients who suffer from foot and ankle related issues can say, so long heel pain, catch you later corns, hasta la vista hammer toes. Relieve pain now and help prevent future discomfort. Diagnosis and treatment is available today. Trinity Health, reinventing health.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Lincoln Earn. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, Taros fans. I'm Colby Enns, and you're listening to Taros Hockey on Classic Hits 1390 AM KRRZ.
Welcome back inside the Swan Super Rink. We're on sheet number 2 for Toros and Mudbugs on day 1 of the NAHL Showcase. Once again, I'm Ken Oda. Brad Burrud is alongside, and Brad had a chance to sit down with veteran forward Michael Talbot and talk about the start of the season with him. We will give that a listen now.
With Michael Talbot of the Toros forward, we're at the big showcase now. This is an important way to start the year off. And what's your outlook for the showcase?
I hope we can come out, have a good showing here. I know it's early. It's going to be our first big test as a group. And with all the younger guys, I hope the older guys can lead the way and the younger guys follow, and we can have some success here this weekend.
You mentioned the younger roster that we do have this year. And as coming in as a veteran, do you approach this season differently than you did last year?
No, I think it's still how we're going to end up playing Toro hockey, and if we play the game the right way, I think we'll have success, and I think that doesn't just go for the veterans, it goes for the younger guys too.
How was preseason for you?
It was good. It was good to kind of get back into the game situations and have a good test against Bismarck and Fargo, and I think we're ready to go this week.
How do you view this year's team? As a fast team or a gritty team, a grinding team, or how do you see it? I know it's early in the year, but how do you look going into the showcase?
I think we kind of have guys that can do everything. We have some role guys that can lay the body, but also have skill, and I think we're pretty balanced from top to bottom in our lineup.
Any personal goals or team goals for you this year?
Obviously, it'd be nice to take first in the Central Division, and hopefully kind of had a little letdown last year, so hopefully we can overcome that and get to the Robertson Cup final.
All right, well, thanks for joining me, and I'll let you get ready for the game. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Once again, that was Brad Bird with Toros forward Michael Talbot. Talbot had a great chance at the back post from Aaron Grounds, and obviously with so many new guys, Brad, it's going to be hard for lines to have chemistry right away, but I think that's a line that's clicked.
Yeah, it has so far. I've been impressed with offensively. I've been impressed with us. All 4 lines early in that second period were really rolling. We were holding the play and holding that zone, but Grounds has looked well tonight, and boy, I thought Dollarmer was going to be able to stuff that in, and that would have been that would have kind of got us out of that little funk that we were in there in the second period.
We're coming up against it. We're going to take our last commercial break here on the Gooseneck Implement Intermission Report and be back with the drop of the puck on period number 3 after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
We've been thinking a championship team is not born, it's developed through precision and execution. There are a lot of teams, but only one champion. At Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac, we get that. Precision matters every time. A lot of places sell cars, but only one is professional grade. Performing to the highest standard to be your dealership of choice. Ryan GMC Buick Cadillac.
We live in such a fast-paced world. It's always go, go, go. When I'm out for a run, it's my time. It's the best way to start your day. Crossing the line of that marathon, it's the biggest reward you can get. I want my customers to achieve their goals and go above and beyond. I'm Nikki Ladegi, and I'm one of the running experts at Shields.
Shields, when it comes to gear and expert advice, we're right there with you in Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, and Moorhead.
Hi, Taro fans. I'm Lana Cochran. When the Taros are on the road, we always stop at Applebee's. They always take care of the Taros, giving us the fuel we need to win away from the Mesa. The boys love to eat there after home games, too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Hey, look, it's a bird.
No, is that a plane?
Wait, no,
It's Super Guy.
Can I help you?
I'm here for the IRET Properties Heroes Program, citizen. I'd like to apply to rent one of your properties and receive 10% off my monthly rent.
And I as well, ma'am.
Captain Stars and Stripes? No offense, guys, but the IRET Properties Heroes Program isn't exactly for you. Our Heroes Program honors teachers, nurses, active and retired military personnel, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, and members of the National Guard by offering 10% off their monthly rent.
Not even Bat Dude?
Not even Bat Dude. But IRET has many properties with competitive rent, plus pet-friendly and outdoor pool options. I'd be happy to help you find a property to suit your needs.
That would be super!
Go to IRETapartments.com or call 837-RENT to learn more about the IRET Properties Heroes Program. IRET Properties. This is home.
The sinister cries haunted Mary through the night. Dawn neared, and still the voice tormented her. She ran towards the safety of her car, flung open the door, and a coyote had somehow gotten locked inside. But the damaged interior was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Coyote Carpool, August 1st, 2015. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hey, Toros fans, I'm Miroslav Mucha, and you're listening to Toros Hockey on Classic Hits 1390 AM KRRZ.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink, sheet number 2, as we get ready to start the third period between the Toros and the Shreveport Mudbugs. Once again, I'm Ken Oda. Brad Burwood is alongside as we get ready to start period number 3. Brad, good news. When tied entering the third period, the Toros have not lost a game yet this year.
We'll probably have a lot of those comments this weekend, huh?
Probably, although I'd feel a lot better if we just went ahead and got a big lead early in this period and put it all to bed.
Yeah, it's important. He's getting these points at the showcase and getting off to a good start. It's so critical.
It's hard to say that anything on day one of the season is incredibly important. With such a young rookie team this year, it's a chance for a group to make a statement coming into this third period.
Well, that's for sure. Especially when you're going in tied here now. Let's get one quick here and put the heat on them.
So the third period is underway. Mudbugs dump it into the glove of Lankala. He'll drop it there. And the Toros will start up ice, straight up the middle. Lovin squeezes through a check and then tries to dump it in. It hits his skate and lays free for Wall. Wall will try and turn and burn the other way. Gains the line on the far side. Finds the trailer. One-time try goes wide. Sawchuk pokes to the near side. Bouncing puck goes wide of the net. Cook to the far side. Cook sweeps it in behind. Near side, Lovin. Lovin tied up, but the puck lays free for Alex Adams. Adams finds Cochran. Cochran gains the line, then has it stick. The 15-minute intermissions, Brad, I'd almost like to see him push it an extra minute just to let this ice set. There's a lot of puddles out there.
It is wet.
Far side, Muha touches for Adams. Adams, you can see the puck having trouble moving on this ice. Geisberg plays to the far side. Played out to neutral ice. That was back into the zone.
Offside, wasn't it?
If it's played back by the defending team, it is not offside. So you can't just fire at a guy to put him offside.
I thought we shot it back. But
this is McGinnis to the near side, Muha. Muha digging there, Quisenberry. This is Lance. Lance fights through a hook, gains the line, and then passes ahead for Dahlemer. Dahlemer couldn't reach it. He pokes it deep for Lance. Lance tied up in the corner by Geisberg. This top pair for the Mudbugs has been out quite a bit. It feels like Geisberg never leaves the ice. He's leaning on the much smaller Lance right now. 18-17 to go here in period number 3. Still 1-1. They continue to dig, and the puck squirts free. Quisenberry tries the far side. They'll say Enns could have played that, so no icing. So the Minot native will retreat and retrieve. A nifty move around a man. Now he beats the second as well. Enns looking to go coast to coast. Has it poked off his stick as he tries to gain the line. He jousts with Lane off the puck. Grounds hacks at it to the far side. Lance looks to chase it down, but it comes to Lane in the near corner. Sweeps ahead. Yannick fires out to neutral ice where Grounds scoops that down. Grounds has it poked away from him by Homers. Yannick there as well. Yannick in behind, in front, one-timer, it's in. Jordan Fader was left all alone in front as the Toros just not getting back into their own zone.
Well, it was definitely a defensive breakdown there, and results in another goal on basically both the goals for the Mudbugs have come on point-blank shots in front of the net where Lonkala really hasn't had a chance.
No, I think if you combine the distance out on their goals, it's maybe 3 feet. So the Toros have work to do now with 17 and a half minutes left to play. In regulation, the Toros trail for the first time this year. Dahl banks that ahead. Glass and out. Dahl down to a knee. Belisle finds it. Belisle drives to the far side. Sheehan chips it deep. Cox gives chase. Gringle's out. He plays it along to the far side. Cox stopped it. Gets help. Dumped into the Toro zone on the far side. Dahl in behind. Glass and not out. Clement gloves down to the stick. Belisle angles him off the puck. Dahl gets hacked down. Belisle able to find the puck. He'll play back to Mark. Mark has it poked away from him. He wins a battle along the wall, but no one was ahead of him to play it up. So it's back into the Toro zone. Dahl. Near side, Loven. Loven tries to come off the wall with it. It's taken away. Wall with a long shot. That one caught the outside of the post. Maybe that was the back frame. I heard it hit metal, though. Flicked ahead for Loven. Loven gloves down to the stick. Working one-on-one. Cuts in. Delays. Shot. Save made. Rebound up and into the mesh for a whistle.
Loven did good there just to even get a shot off on a pass that's up ahead of him. He was able to cradle it and come in with the defender on his back and stop up and get a good shot. Just fired it a little bit high and wide.
It did get a piece of the goaltender, though, so the draw stays in the offensive zone. Cochran will get tossed from the draw, so Loven will step in instead. Loven to take this draw against Quisenberry. Quisenberry wins it in the corner. Adams gives chase. Lansky works around. Geisbers. Cook hacks at it. And this will go for icing as long as Kimball can win the race, which he does easily. And he should have. He had a good 5-foot head start. 16-16 left to go here in period number 3. Toros trail for the first time this year. It's 2-1 in favor of the Shreveport Mudbugs. Cochran to take this draw. Tried to jam it towards the goal. It's cut off and played ahead. Quisenberry carries over the red and the blue. Gains the line on the far side. Tries a shot. That goes up and over the glass. Burnett on it. Plays back to the point. Geisberg puts it in front. Quisenberry unable to control it as he spun. That allows Ern to take over. He plays ahead. Adams touches for Cochran. Cochran across for Loven. That was well off the mark. And Geisberg, who again seems omnipresent, plays ahead. This is Kimball. Mucha. Back across for Kimball. Touches ahead. Cochran for Muha. Muha can't gather that in. Far side. Big hit put on by Aaron Grounds. That frees the puck up. He absolutely crushed Alex Spencer.
And Alex Spencer's not a small man. I believe he's 6'4".
Grounds just had his stick broken by a Mudbug. So he heads to the bench. Fader with a shot. It bounces on net where it's covered by Lonkala. Didn't see what happened. I just saw Grounds getting up with his stick broken in half. I imagine it was some sort of retaliation for the absolutely crushing hit that Grounds put on Alex Spencer.
It's good to see that. That's good aggressiveness. It was a good hit, and hopefully that can spark the team here.
Draw will be to the left of Lonkala, Talbot, and Carabelli. Draw to Lonkala's left. Talbot unable to win it back. It's pushed back to Procopio. Shot gloved and held by Lonkala for a whistle. 906 seconds left to go here in period number 3. Draw will be to the left of Lonkala. Talbot wins it into the corner, but Carabelli's quickly on it. Talbot ties him up. They joust along the wall. And
holding the stick.
And steps in. The Mudbugs take it back. Talbot working down low. Again, the Bugs get it back, however. Talbot hacks that out in midair. It lays free. It ends. Does well to guide it away from pressure. Ahead, Reisenen. Reisenen feeds Talbot. Talbot carries over the red and then tries to drag over the blue, but he's stepped into by Skolnick. Skolnick comes to the near side. Talbot steps into him. Comes out worse for the wear. Dahlimer couldn't settle that down. It rolls into the Toro zone. McGinnis is on it. Leaves for Reisenen. Reisenen starts up ice, finds Talbot. Talbot chips it deep as the Toros need a change. Reisenen will pressure, however. Wall guides to the near side. And again, Geisberg ahead. Mudbugs gain the line. Tack to Tate for Quisenberry. Drops for Wall. They find the defenseman pinching down. It was Lensu. The pass was behind him. Lensu finds the puck, however, fires into traffic. Backhand try, blocked in front by Connor McGinnis. McGinnis fights through a slash. It's dumped right back into the Toro zone. Mark will retreat and retrieve behind his own net. The Bugs have peeled off to change. Wall, the only man on, and he's not applying much pressure. 13:50 left to go here in period number 3, and the Toros trail 2-1. Sawchuk up the far side, gains the red line and rings it around to the near side corner. Koss overskates it. Maybe got away with interference as well, did Koss. They battle on the near wall, poke it back to the point. Sawchuk, far point mark, his 5th shot on net for the night. That one's blocked. Now Cook going the other way. For Quisenberry, tries to tuck it and he put it wide. Toro's net is off and the goaltender's lost his stick. Finally, the whistle goes.
Boy, and Sawchuk got away with a hook there.
Yeah,
he was bearing down on that trailer, and that's easily could have been called a hook. But we'll take it at with 13 minutes to go in the third, down by 1.
Put the stick in his waist and hit the brakes. 13:19 left to go here in the third. Toros still down by 1. Draw will be to the right of Lankila. Koss to take it, but it's won back by Holmers. Long shot blocked by Sheehan. Sheehan banks it ahead. No one there. Long shot. That one tipped wide off traffic. Quick stuff play doesn't go, and Sheehan will race over to find this. Belisle tries to fly the zone. Pass never got there. Now a puck just hit the linesman in the knee. That can't feel good. Linesman limping a little. Far side, Mark plays the body. That one pops up and catches the netting. That can't feel good if you're a linesman.
And we'll face off to the stick hand side of Lankila. In the third period here, I'm not sure we've won a face-off in this period.
On a positive note, Brandon Mark continues to have a strong game.
He does.
A good tie-up in that corner. Toros top line out. Cochran, Loven, and Adams in front of Dahl and Earn. Cochran wins the draw back to Dahl. Dahl around for Loven. Loven stepped into by Procopio. Dahl finds that, flips ahead. Adams cleanly for Loven. Loven. Nifty move to keep it for Loven. Now he plays the far point. Earn didn't catch it cleanly. He sweeps down in the corner. Cochran lets it go to Adams. Back in front for Loven. What a smart play by Adams. Loven just couldn't find it. Loven turns with this. Gains the line on the far side. It's taken away from him. And the Bugs try to go the other way. Earn pokes that free and then finds it, leaves for Cochran. Cochran across for Dahl. Dahl from the near side wall gains the red line. Can't fire it deep, however. This is into the zone. Back to Geisberg at the point. Plays down the wall. Dahl with a good read on that. Stepped up and took it away. Couldn't clear the zone, however. Kimball does, but his pass misses on ground. Geisberg touches over the line to the far side. Shot. That one tipped wide off of traffic. Kimball races after this, but the Bugs Cook takes it away. Cook still controls. Turnaround shot. That goes well wide into the near corner. Near side. Up to the point. Shot saved by Lankila in a hungry Hippo style cover. And now the bodies pile on top of the Toro goaltender.
That's a good save right in front with bodies all over him, but that's a key save at this point.
Lankila has looked strong this afternoon, and he'll have another draw to his right. Ice has been tilted towards the Toros end for most of this period. Toros trail by 1.
I look over at the Mudbugs bench, and it looks like there's either 20 or 21 players dressed, but it seems like the same line is up almost every other shift.
It does. Of course, they've had the benefit of 2 regular season games already, so they have
narrowed down a little bit.
Narrowed down their roster. This is a pass ahead. Lance can't get it to grounds, and now delayed offsides. Quisenberry touches into the zone, ends, banks it right back out. Grounds finds it. Delayed offside. Still a delayed offside. Now it's ahead. Muha, I should say. Muha looking for grounds, but a good leg by Burnett breaks it up. 11:02 left to play here in period number 3. Muha trying to take that away. The pass comes to the near side. Out to neutral ice. Kimball pokes at it, works ahead for Lance. Lance touches in the middle. Muha walks in. Shot! That one was saved, and Grounds had his stick tied up, or he would have been able to tuck home the rebound. Muha walks the goal line, shot off the outside of the cage. Ends up in behind. Lance puts pressure on. It comes to the near side. Yannick can't control. Lance does. Goes back to Grounds. Grounds walks in. He's forced wide. Grounds in front. Lance has his stick tied up. Ends finds it. Ends walks. Wires. That goes up off the glass. Not sure if it was helped there by the blocker of Gringles. Near side. They dig along the wall. 10-15 left to go here in period number 3. Toro still trail by 1. Puck squirts free, and they'll send it all the way down for an icing, and Ends will retreat.
Well, the Mudbugs will have to keep a tired line out there, and the Toros have been pressuring for the last 35 seconds.
If I was Coach Zernins, I'd consider my timeout.
Yep, and that he is doing that.
That is exactly what he's doing. That line was pinned in there for a good 45, 50 seconds. So the Mudbugs will take their timeout. That will give us a chance to update you on other games around the league. The Blizzard and Jackalopes, they're still scoreless. They're only 9 minutes and 35 seconds in. Almost about to hit the second break. The Brahmas and the Titans, they're over on sheet number 4. They're still scoreless as well. All the other action final today in the league. Janesville topped Kenai 2-1. Philadelphia over the Wilderness 1-0. Ice Dogs over the Magicians 3-1. Cooley Region Chill fall to the Northeast Generals 5-3. Wilkes-Barre over Amarillo 3-2. Bismarck topped Corpus 3-1. And of course here it is 2-1. Mudbugs leading your Toros. Talbot line out. Dahlimer and Reisanen now out there. Draw kicked sideways. McGinnis gloved that down to the stick, tried to play down the wall. Dahlimer can't walk off the wall with it. Reisanen down in the corner. He's tied up with Procopio. Puck squirts along to the far side. Sawchuk's the only player for either team over there. Sawchuk softly down the wall for Dahlimer. Dahlimer can't control it. It squirts free. Good stick by Talbot. Wins that puck back to Dahlimer. Finds Talbot. Talbot delays. Then he leaves off for McGinnis. McGinnis walks down to the hash marks. The defenseman carries all the way down below the goal line. McGinnis stepped into. Puck squirts free. Dahlimer finds it. Dahlimer walks in. His shot's blocked. Everyone overskates. And the Wings are on it first. It's Wall. Wall carries up the far side and then flips deep into the Toro zone. Moncala thought about playing. Instead he leaves for McGinnis. McGinnis ahead for Reisanen, who boots it, but it goes to Talbot. Talbot with a nice move. Now he gains the line. Talbot drops for Reisanen. Leaves for McGinnis. McGinnis carries in. He's stepped into by a pair. Dahlimer's shot. That's blocked actually off Talbot's leg. Talbot works it free in behind. 2-on-2. Talbot and Dahlimer working for the Toros. Banked back to the point. Long shot goes wide for Dahl. Earn quickly over. Earn down from the point below the goal line as the Toros defensemen, who were already very aggressive this afternoon, getting even more so as time starts to tick away. This is Cox. Cox poked away from him by Reisanen. Reisanen, long stretch pass. That missed. Sheehan, good play not to play that by Spencer.
It would have been too many men on the ice.
Now he's lost his stick. And what do we got? Delayed call coming. Interference is the call.
Spencer looks like he'll be going off for interference.
No, are they
We
taking
are?
Sheehan? So the Toros will be shorthanded, which is not what you want, trailing by 1 with 8:26 left to go in period number 3.
I'm not sure I saw that at all.
That was
And
well
Coach Murray is wondering the same exact thing.
That was well off the puck. Sheehan was nowhere near the play. I'll be honest, my eyes were on the puck.
I didn't even see it.
But the Toros will be shorthanded. Koss and Belial in front of Ern and Dahl to start. The draw will be to the left of Lonkala. Power play. Quisenberry wins the draw back. Lensu has his pass blocked. Comes again to Burnett. Burnett looks to walk in and wire save made. Rebound given to the far side. Belial has Koss with him. The pass was blocked off nicely by Quisenberry getting back. Played around to the near side. Koss looking to work it free. Toros aggressive on the forecheck, shorthanded again. Belial looks to take this away. Instead, it's carried ahead by Geisbers. Tries the far side. Quisenberry gains the line, rolls it deep for Cook. Cook looks to keep it moving. Burnett. And Cook, lie, is played to Geisbers. Geisbers up at the point was pressured quickly by Belial. Pass blocked off in front. Koss has his skate taken out from under him. Quisenberry gets it to Cook. Cook's shot blocked in front. It's still loose. Finally gets to the front where it's a cover for Lonkala. Those are the scary plays where it gets blocked and it's still hacked at and the goaltender's already committed to the initial save.
Absolutely. Lanka stayed tough there and was able to find the puck.
Draw will be to the left of Lonkala.
We're down to 7:36 to go, 1:10 to go in the power play for the Mudbugs.
Long shot coming from the point, blocked in front, puck still free. Late man finds it and he just put it up and over. It was Fewell and he had a lot of net to shoot at. In behind now. Baranovsky up top, Procopio. Procopio right back down to Baranovsky. He turns along the near wall, watched by Colby Enns. In behind, Wall. Wall and Sawchuk do battle. Back in behind Baranovsky. Baranovsky looking in front, no one home. And now Aaron Grounds has it. Grounds trying to work it free to Loven. Grounds follows up, looks to walk in. Grounds can't settle the bouncing puck. Now he does, but his pass to the front is cut off by Procopio. 30 seconds left on the power play. Carried ahead into the zone, Procopio. And while his mates are changing, 22 on the power play. He rung it around to the near side. This is Loven. Loven ahead. It'll go all the way down for a clear. Mudbugs try to catch the Toros in the change, but the Toros do well to scurry onto the ice. This is Mark. Mark wins a battle, and now will flip it all the way down. It'll bounce on net. Gringles played it there, taken away. Adams in front. Muha turning with it along to the near wall now. Guides it along the blue line. Good keep by Mark. Tries a shot. That goes up and over. Mark is not afraid to pull the trigger from the blue line. This is Adams back up top to Mark, and Mark again will bring it. He was looking for a tip. He didn't get it. There was a lot of net to put that into. So this one's just flipped out to neutral. Mark at his own blue line. Ahead. This is Muha into the zone. Muha plays it in behind. Faber ahead for Yannick. Yannick bailed on a hit and left the puck. Almost a turnover for the Toros. Mark finds this, squeezes through a check but loses possession. Glass and out for the Mudbugs. It rolls to the Toro blue line. Spencer Kimball on it. 5:32 left to go here in the third as this puck pops high in the air. Cochran can't settle it down. Neither can Yannick. Cochran can now as he gains the line, leaves off for Rysanen. Rysanen back to Cochran. The pass was just off the mark. Kimball carries down low. Kimball wants to work it to the front. There's no lane, so now we'll play off. Quick shot from the top of the far circle. Misses wide. Dahlemer on it. Spins it down low. Rysanen pinned along the wall. 300 seconds left to go here in period number 3, and the Toros trail 2-1. This one's flipped down into the Toros zone. Icing is the call. If he was short of the red line, he was short of the red line by inches.
Well, that's funny. They called that because on the opening faceoff, Colby Enns had the puck, and I thought it was on, like literally on the red line when he fired it, and they blew it for icing. So they must have got notice that they're calling that exactly to the line.
This is Lance on the draw for the Toros.
And they've got
Mudbugs
6
have 6
guys
on the ice.
Well, now they're going to get to have one of their guys go off that was tired.
Now they're
Well, see, now they're all getting rest, so...
Yeah.
Delay game. Call a delay game.
This should be a penalty at
this should
point.
be a penalty.
This is absolutely ridiculous. This is clearly a stall tactic. With 4:52 left, they'd already burned their timeout. Marty Murray looks exasperated on the Toro bench that was allowed to take place. Back into the Toro zone. Connor McGinnis scoops it up. He'll retreat behind his own net. Leaves it there for Enns. We're past the 4:42 mark remaining here in period number 3, and the Toros trail by 1. Turned over. Carabelli works it deep. McGinnis is on it first for the Toros. It's poked away from him. In behind. Wall looking to elude Enns. Enns takes it away from him and chips ahead for Austin Koss. Koss has Fritz Belisle with him, but they're working 2-on-3. Down low, Belisle keeps it moving for Koss. Koss is pinned there by Procopio. Lance looking to dig it out. They continue to dig. Lance squeezes it out, tried to work it to the front. It hits the back of the net. Belisle is there, plays back to McGinnis. McGinnis along the blue line for Dahl. Dahl throws it down low for Lance. Lance plays the body. Puck squirts to the near side. Belisle races after, but it's out and down. This will go for icing. And again, 3 Mudbugs are in the bench.
Well, it was like they all just raced over there and started diving over. Now, 24 was not on the ice.
No.
24 was not on the ice.
Because he was one of the guys involved in the last mix-up. 3:48 to go here in period number 3. This is Loven. He can't win it back, however. Clement has it. Turns it over to Alex Adams. Got to figure there'll be a lot of this line out for the final 4 minutes here. Shot goes wide. Dahl will keep it at the near point. He just chips it down in the corner for Cochran. Cochran spins it in front, paddled away by the goaltender up top. Mark fans on a shot. He wanted to go quickly across, I think, actually to Dahl. Grounds lifts a stick. It's freed up for Adams. Taken away by Wall. Wall banks to the near side. Dahl has it. Down the wall, but there's no Toros in that corner. Glass and out again for the Mudbugs. This one will not go far enough for icing. Mark carries ahead. Sends one into the zone for Grounds, but it's taken away. 3 minutes left. Far side banked ahead. A good stick frees that up, but now that's onside for Cook. Cook forced to turn. They work it down low. Burnett. Near side, they continue to dig. Up top, Geisber's shot save made. Rebound is gloved. It went off of the body of Quisenberry.
Back into the glove.
Into the glove of Lonkala. 2:38 left to go here in period number 3, and the Toros trail by a score of 2-1. 7-game win streak for the Toros at the showcase. They haven't lost since they lost to Wichita Falls on day 1 of the showcase 2 years ago. Long shot, that's blocked in front. Played down low. Wichita Falls Wildcats don't even exist anymore. That's how long it's been since the Toros have lost a game here at the showcase. This is Yannick in behind. Yannick has it taken away by Talbot. Talbot feeds Muha. Muha ahead. He has Earn. Earn gains the line. Lonkala still in his blue paint for now. 2:09 left. Lonkala started towards the bench. Now he retreats. They continue to dig in the corner. Lonkala is looking for the call. He's not getting it from the bench. This one chipped out. This won't go far enough for icing, so Enns has to play. I imagine now with 1:45, Lonkala will follow the team up the ice. This is Muha. Muha gains the line and the blue.
Lonkala is heading to the bench.
Lonkala into the bench, but the Mudbugs have the puck. Banked ahead, kept at the point.
Hand pass.
That's a hand pass, and it is whistled. I thought for a moment they were going to get away with that. 93 seconds left to go here in regulation in the Toros.
Well, Lonka will have to go back in now, and we'll have to redo that and hopefully gain control and move up right away. Oh, it'll just be outside the blue line.
But they're still putting the goalie in case the Mudbugs win the draw. And they do. But it goes so far back that Lonkala elects to break for the bench. Long shot, tip goes just wide. Giving chase is McGinnis. Plays the body around to the near side. Reisman can't keep it. Shot at the empty net. Borowski misses and Enns is on it first. Enns ahead for Grounds. Grounds comes across Reisman. Reisman drops back for Adams. Adams shot and the rebound goes up and out of play. That's a good shot by Adams. Let's see if the Toros will take their timeout or if they'll save it for closer.
I think you have to call it here, Ken. Minute 6.
It looks like they're going to wait. You know, this line with Adams and Loven just got out there, but now they will take it. So, with 1:06 remaining, we'll recap the scoring in this one for you. There hasn't been a ton. There was none in the first period. In the second, Alex Adams opened it from Landon Cochran and Grant Loven. For Adams, it was goal number 1 on the season, 30 of the career. Landon Cochran and Grant Loven each get their first points as Toros on the assists. But Cameron Cook from Erno Lensu and Andrew Lane made it 1-1 through 2. That goal came on the power play at 10:25. Then 2.5 minutes into period number 3, Jordan Bader from Jacob Homers gave the Mudbugs the lead on a turnover in front of the Toro net. I would say again combined, Brad, the 2 goals for the Mudbugs have come from maybe 3 feet out from the blue paint.
Oh, you can't fault the goaltending on that. I mean, he stood in there strong tonight and played a real good game.
So,
well, it's important now to win that faceoff and get some traffic in front. And you never know, crazy things have happened. You get a bounce off a leg here or there, and this thing will be tied.
Certainly, a minute 6 is a lot of hockey time. It'll be Sawchuk and Earn behind Talbot, Loven, Grounds, and Adams. So Talbot will take the draw. And I think he's going to hack it to the wall as the Toros have Adams and Grounds over that way. It hits the linesman's skate. Adams tries to work it back to the point. And it's chipped back down the wall by Earn. They continue to work, and it's glass and out for the Bugs. Sawchuk's back on it. 55 seconds left to go. Around to the near side, Loven. Loven gains the line. Loven shot. That's partially blocked, and it goes up and out of play. They'll keep the draw in the offensive zone. I think Grounds just had the stick chopped out of his hands after the whistle. He's looking to the official, trying to get any extra advantage the Toros can.
I mean, that's going to happen in this hockey league. You just got to hold on to your stick and get ready to play hockey.
45.3 left. Toros trail by 1. Bouncing puck. Squirts to the front. No Toros were there. Shot at the empty net. And that's a 180-foot goal to make it 3-1. Off a face-off win. So the Bugs hit the empty net with just under 40 seconds to play. So, the Toros, barring a miracle, will fall here now for the first time in 2 years at the showcase. This one is ahead into the zone. Mark will retreat and retrieve for the Toros. Koss looks to play it back. Dahl scoots it to the far side. Mark. Cox has it poked away. It's ahead for Sheehan. Sheehan hacks it forward. Mark up. There's that Cochran. Sorry. That one's out, and the horn will sound to end it. Toros will fall 3-1. The 7-game showcase winning streak is over. And for the first time since the 2015-2016 season, a day will finish in the division where the Toros are not in first place in the Central. We will take a break and be back to wrap it all up after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Austin Koss. When the Toros get on the bus, the first stop is always at Applebee's. Whether it's Jamestown, Fargo, or Grand Forks, the Toros always get a good meal. The boys like Applebee's so much we eat it at the Minot location too. Thanks to Applebee's, when we're on the road, the only thing we're hungry for is a win.
Applebee's 2 for $20. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
I'm here at the year's hottest stag pool party.
Put your antlers up.
Where? Some poor guy's backyard. These stags are bringing down the house. Seriously, deer are ripping holes in the pool cover. There's trampling patio furniture. And all the damage was covered, thanks to Farmers Insurance. Stag Pool Party, October 27th, 2014. Talk to a farmer's agent. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Call me, Miranda Schuler, your local farmer's agent at 701-838-8144.
Hi, Toros fans. I'm Colby Enns, and you're listening to the Farmers Union Insurance Postgame Show on Classic Hits 1390 AM KRRZ.
Welcome back inside the Schwann Super Rink. We're on sheet number 2. And the Toros fall by a score of 3-1. As I mentioned a couple of times, that ends a 7-game winning streak here at the NAHL Showcase. And it is also the first time since 2 seasons ago that the Toros will not sit atop the Central Division standings. Brad, your impressions of the first showing for the Toros?
Well, I don't think it was a negative game for the Toros. It wasn't a real pop. I mean, we lost, but I mean, we had good work ethic, but we knew we had a tough schedule coming in, and it doesn't get any easier tomorrow. We're gonna be playing a Cooley team tomorrow that looked good today. They're coming off a difficult loss where they lost the lead, so I expect a tough opponent tomorrow. I think we need to create more traffic in front of the net and bear down on some of those situations and just kind of clean up some of the passes through the neutral zone.
It's also a tough task, and I know with the South and the East divisions having an odd number of teams, a lot of those teams in those divisions had to start playing their games before the showcase. And a couple of years ago, we did that as well. We played the Brookings Blizzard 2 years ago before the showcase again because of scheduling issues. I almost think it's unfair.
I do too.
That some teams get to come here having played real hockey while other teams are just getting their first taste of it, especially when you have so many kids in this league that are playing their first junior hockey game.
I think the showcase is a wonderful thing, and I've had a blast here today, and it's so fun to be able to go and watch all this good hockey and all these good young hockey players. But I think this should be the first game. Today should have been the first game for all North American Hockey League teams, and I know in years past we've played a couple before too, and I don't know. I mean, you could probably get arguments both ways, but
sure.
I do agree with you. I think it should be the day one of the showcase is day one of the season.
As one of the guys on the league scheduling committee, I understand why there's some teams playing before, and I'm okay with that, but I just think perhaps the Mudbugs should have gotten one of the teams from the East, like Johnstown, who have played already. And then we could play them on day 2. I haven't looked at everyone's showcase schedule, but it just seems to me like if there's going to be some teams playing before, they should get each other on day 1 of the showcase and let everyone who's playing their first game get their first game jitters out of the way. But in the end, I don't think the Toros necessarily looked like a team that was playing their first game together.
No, I mean, we had moments where I thought, wow, we look really good, and then I had moments where I didn't think we looked so good. I thought we got a little sloppy at times, and as a whole, I guess I'm not disappointed. But we were just really streaky.
Yeah. And again, the Mudbugs, not just having played already some regular season games, but they were a good team last year. We talked about it at the top. This is a tough draw for the Toros.
Absolutely. I don't know how they determine the scheduling for the showcase on who plays who, but we got a tough draw this year, but that's okay. I'd rather get off and play some teams that are good quality opponents and win some games against good teams.
Let's talk for a moment about the goaltender, Samu Lankala. He gives up 2. I didn't hear a final shot total announcement.
No, I just looked too, and I
don't see. They've given him 15 shots for the Mudbugs in the third period to none for the Toros.
Now it just changed now. Now it just changed to 15-2, so they're adding in the shots now.
Gotcha.
So
we don't know the final shot totals. I'm sure the Toros weren't outshot 30-12. I'm sure the Toros had some shots in that third period, but
it's going up as we're sitting here. So I think they're entering in the shots as we're speaking. But it looks like, the Mudbugs got 30 shots on net.
And so Lankala saw 29 of those. He only let 2 in. And really, like we said, neither one of those were a bad goal for a goaltender to give up. Impressive start for the young man making his first appearance in North America.
Yeah, I thought he did good. I know, you look at our roster and you look at our goaltenders that we have here to start the season in Minot, and it's going to be tough for Coach Murray to determine who is going to be the starter, and who does he even go with tomorrow. I mean, Lankala looked good today, but at the showcase, are you going to give one of the other guys the nod tomorrow? And it'll be interesting to see where he goes with that.
I can't imagine you would ride Lankala for 4 games in 4 days, so
No,
I'm sure the other guys will each get a look. But before we go, let's take a quick recap of the scoring. No goals in the first. Alex Adams opened the scoring at 29 seconds of the second. Cochran and Lovin with the assists. For Adams, it was his first of the season, 30th as a Toro. Cochran and Lovin with their first point as Toros. Cameron Cook, though, drew the Mudbugs even at 10:25 of period number 2. Erno Lensu and Andrew Lane with the assists on that one. That was the first real goal of the season for the Mudbugs. They played 2 games in which they were shut out. They did get a win in a shootout, but that's their first real goal of the year. Cameron Cook, he came at 10:25 of the second. Then in the third, Jordan Fader off of a turnover from Homers and Yannick made it 2-1 Bugs at 2:30 of the third, and then at 19:21, Cameron Cook from Homers and Fader hit the empty net from about 180 feet away. That one iced it away. Toros are back at it tomorrow, a 1 p.m. start. Toros and the Cooley Region Chill, a pair of teams that lost on this rink today, will meet each other on this rink again tomorrow. Someone will get their first win of the season. We hope you will join us, and we hope it is the Toros. For Brad Burrud, I'm Ken Oda, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast in spite of the outcome. Big thank you to Dan Springer back at the KRRZ studios for keeping us going over there. We'll talk to you pregame show at 12:45 tomorrow right here on HockeyTV.com, MinotaurosHockey.com, and 1390 KRRZ back in the Magic City. We will talk to you then.
This has been a presentation of Minotauros Hockey. Visit MinotaurosHockey.com to stay up to date on all things Toros. This broadcast was brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, Gooseneck Implement, Mattress Firm, Liberty Tax, and Coulter Energy. Minotauros Hockey, join the charge.